Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogan Monster here. Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as we like to call it. Hope everybody's doing well. Great to see everybody in chat already. We're doing good. We survived another storm. Unfortunately, a lot of places along the coast didn't fare as well. A lot of houses are, getting undermined and washed into the ocean, which is really tragic. And I pray for anybody that's affected up that way. But it's up and down the coast. I don't know, inland how that day fared. Some of the towns up there by Daytona or north of Daytona, they were more flooded with this storm than they were with Ian, which was a Cat 4 when it hit, the coast. But like I said, we're doing well. I know, this storm's going to head up north. So anybody in Georgia and up that way that it's going to affect, I think it might even get into Tennessee. And, it's probably already up there. Once it left here, I stopped looking at radar. But yeah, y'all be careful out there, Sandra Piper, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Mr. Lee, what's up, buddy? Finding the Trackway, how's it going? Hey, Val. Suzanne, how are you? Where you been? Missed you. Barb Santee, what's up? Michael Haywood. It's funny. Hey, Derek. I guess Stevie's sitting next to me. So what was it, about noon today? We took a ride. Just to see what's, how the neighborhood was and everything. And, we couldn't resist. We went fishing. It's raining, it's blowing, it's a tropical storm, and we're out there throwing minnows out there. We only had 5 left, so we figured we use them, and didn't get anything. Got 2 good hits, and third one I think was a turtle, because it just decimated the minnow. But yeah, it was we had to go to the store anyway, so we were out, so we're like, oh, let's go check this out, and it was blowing it. We're almost getting blown over. But we're diehards, so I created a monster. We were trying to find bait stores that were open. Nothing was open during the storm. Bat Mom, how are you? Hey, Brandy. Sharon, good to see you. Angel Nolan, what's up? Purple Hobbit, what's up, Eric? Hey, Sugar Britches. Kaiju Ninja, what's up, man? What else we got here? So if you guys are new to the show, you've never been here before, wondering what's up, I don't know, guys. What do you think? This is more of a hangout? We don't really, we talk about anything here. And what I do is I put the link in chat so you guys can come on the show. I'll put the link in chat, and you click on the link, follow the directions, and just turn off YouTube in the background so we don't get that nasty echo. Excuse me. Damn hair is tickling my nose. I was like, what the hell? It was on the outside. I'd be all like, yeah. Yeah, if you just like I said, follow the directions, turn off YouTube. If you don't want to be on camera, you can just click stop cam down below, and you don't have to be on camera. I'll put it in chat, and then also Mr. Lee usually puts it in there too. So just keep an eye out for it. And there you go. That easy. So what else is going on? Went fishing. Stupid us, but we had to. The thought came up, oh, do you think they'll bite and shit like this? I said, let's go find out. So we did. Mr. Hugh, how are you? Hey, Jen, Anita, what's happening? Gary Spike Sr., good to see you. You're looking very lively or alive. Sorry, that's a funny joke. I just think it's funny. Brian and Chewy. Some know what I'm talking about, some don't, and that's it. That's all I'm saying. Um, sorry guys. Donald, what's up? Who else? Who else? Who else has shown up? Sue, good day. All the way from Australia. What else? So I see our friend over at Western New York Bigfoot is our friend Joe over there is planning a big outing, huh? Or adventure for himself. It's is Joe here? Right on. No, it's ambitious. I don't know why you're against calling it hiking though. uh, you're walking, it's hiking, it's whatever. You're backpacking actually, so it's neither of them, huh? Yeah, I couldn't take on such an ambitious project. If I did, it would have to be all at once, and yeah, I'd be like, "Yep, see you in 2 months." And Miss Dill, how are you? Thank you for posting that in chat. Dill also post the link in chat. Grasshopper, what's up, dude? Yeah, like I was saying, I just that's a lot of back and forth. That's why I would rather do it in one shot. Who am I kidding? I wouldn't do it. Oh boy. What's up, dude?
Hey, man. All right. Let me explain this one more time. No, it is a it is a rather grand undertaking, and it may take me a while, man. Because and I don't I say walking, not hiking, because well, a hike is a walk that sucks. That's what my
Yeah,
philosophy is.
you're going backpacking, so that makes hiking
Well,
suck more.
not so much in that. Yeah, I'm gonna have a backpack with me with the stuff, but what I'm doing is what's called, of course, section hiking. In other words, this isn't something I'm starting at one end and going all the way to the other end on
No, I
one
know, I
big
get it.
long thing. So it's really more like camping for 3 days and doing some walking while I'm doing that. you know,
So you're just going
uh,
to camp in one spot for
well,
those
I
3 days,
mean, every 3 days I'll be in a different spot.
but you're going
Every
to
day
camp
I'll
in
be
the
in a different.
same spot for 3 days.
No, no. I'm going to, like, if I when I start out as a Western and the very first leg that I do, it'll be 3 days long. I'll hike to a certain point during that day. And then nighttime
Sure.
I will camp.
Okay, so
And then the
okay, I
next
got it.
morning I'll get up and I'll hike to the next point that I need to get to, camp, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm doing this camping in these general areas, of course, I'm going to be looking around the whole time I'm out there just to see if I can find
What do you see?
anything at all or record anything. You know, hopefully, I won't get eaten by a bear or drug off by a Sasquatch, which I think the running odds are that a lot of people think I'm going to end up getting
Squatch bait?
dragged. Yeah, or
Yeah, I don't think anybody thinks
I don't
that.
know, having a heart attack and falling off a cliff or something. But
Probably better chance of that.
um, I would like to say I will assure you that that's not going to happen, but anything could happen. But
Here's the hoping.
it's yeah. But I mean, and it's going to take me a while. It's going to take me a while to do this. This isn't something that's going to be I don't even know if I'll have it completed by the end of next summer, but I'm going to complete it, and I'm going to film it all, and it's going to be documentary style and the best way that I can do it. I want to do a good job at it, so it's going to take a while for me to complete the whole thing. But yeah,
Right on.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm, you know,
And you're doing the Finger Lakes region, right?
yeah, Finger Lakes Trail. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Lots of
miles?
spurs on the thing. Huh?
How many miles?
Well, if you
The
go
main
just
trail.
the main trail, if you go from west to east, whichever is, I think it was 580 miles total. And then if you add in the spur trails, it's like almost 1,000, not quite.
Wow.
Some of the spur trails I may go down, um, but I'm not going to do them all. A couple of them are pretty long. They may be something I go back to later on or something. Who knows?
How far do you live from this trail?
Oh, not that far. I could reach it within minutes. Um,
Okay, and what about the other end of the trail?
uh, well, I mean, depending on what you consider the beginning, and I'm going with the beginning in Allegheny
Being
State Park,
is that the
just
closest?
about that. That part, yes, that trailhead would be closer than the one in Catskills.
Okay.
So that's why I'm going from west to east and not east to west. Um, but but yeah, I mean, it's a decent amount of mileage. It goes through a whole lot of woodland. I mean, yeah, some of it's private property, but most of the private property owners that have the Finger Lakes Trail running through their property, they don't mind giving access to people that are hiking it. You just can't camp in those areas
Sure.
unless you have their permission. You'd have to be making sure you were in state forest area uh, to just camp. But they also have, they have those camping shelters at different areas along the trail too, all the way. Like the lean-to
Oh, they
type.
do on that
Yeah,
trail? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So there's
I
a
know they
few of
have
them
them
you
on
can
like the
shoot for.
Appalachian Trail. They have the shelters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Now, yeah, the AT is a hell of a lot longer than the Finger Lakes Trail, um, but the Finger Lakes Trail is pretty decent, man. It covers a good section of New York. So, and I've always wanted to do it. I've been on different sections of it throughout my lifetime. Even as a kid, I used to hike along different sections of it all the time, just being out in the woods. And but I've wanted to, and I've actually wanted to do this investigation for quite a while. Just haven't gotten around to it. And this time I was like, man, and it's really because my birthday's coming up in January, and I'm going to be 59 years old. And I'm like, dude, I'm not getting any younger. And if I'm going to do something on this scale, I got to do it now while I still can.
Still can, sure.
Because
Well, you'll
I don't
save a lot of money
want,
when you quit smoking.
if I quit.
Yeah, good luck then. You won't make it out your driveway.
Yeah, 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 that's true. But no, I mean, overall, man, I know people are like, man, I don't know, you've been in the hospital, this and that. Yeah, I've had those kind of health. The diverticulitis thing is an irritation. It's not. I mean, it can be life threatening if you let it get to that point. But I'm in fairly, for my age, I'm not in, I can still walk. You know,
It's
my
important.
heart's good. My heart's fine. And despite my smoking, I don't have emphysema or anything like that. And I do walk a fairly good amount during my job. It's not just driving.
No,
Uh,
I heard you mention that too.
and I walk out in the woods still when I get a chance. I still go out and again, I don't hike, but I move through the woods. I'm walking. I'm moving. So
What's the
this type.
difference?
Well, the difference is a hike is more strenuous, if you ask me. A hike is
Why?
like, all right, we're going to hike from this point to this point. We're going to do it as fast as we possibly can.
But no, hiking doesn't have to be fast. It's a walk in the friggin' woods.
Yeah. Well,
You
and
know,
that's what I like to keep it to is just a walk and like kind of
that's your pace, man. You
a
know,
little bit of a meander, you know. I mean,
I think you're putting too much emphasis on it's not a hike. Well, it's a walk. It's a you're backpacking, whatever. It's what's in a name. It's the same fucking thing.
yeah, I gotta take it slow though, man. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an investigation. You know, I mean, I don't want to miss anything. You know, concentrating on getting to the next point. You know, like oh well, I got to make it from this campsite to the next campsite.
Well, no, but that's the thing. You don't have to. You know, even in hiking, you don't. It's just, hey, I'm gonna hop on this trail and see where it takes me. I'm going hiking. I'm going out for a hike, or I'm going for a walk. It's all to me. It's like it's no difference.
Yeah, yeah,
I get what you're getting at. You know, like people get hiker names, they don't get walker names. You know,
yeah, right. Right. Trail names,
nicknames.
right? I can't wait. But you know, there's areas on that trail. They say, man, when I was reading about it, but you know, back when this idea first popped up in my mind a few years ago, I was reading a lot about the the Finger Lakes Trail, and there are places, you know, you can go weeks. I mean, weeks on this trail without seeing anybody, you know. And I'll be doing it in prime time when people are more likely to be out there wanting to attempt this hike. And you know, a lot of people do it in sections, though. A lot of people will do it in sections. Uh,
Well, it's the same thing with the Appalachian Trail. I mean, you know, people do in sections. You know, there
yeah.
are people who go the whole end to end in
Oh
one
yeah. Yeah.
2 month long jaunt, but
Yeah. Yeah. And I read it's like this dude, I'm pretty sure I remember this correctly. He did a through hike end to end. Took him like I think 3 months. Um he was 98 years old, man.
God bless them.
And I'm like, you go, man. You just go
Absolutely.
with your bad 98-year-old self. Because no, right now, to be honest, I would not attempt a through hike. Ain't no way in hell. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
To
I
me,
would
a
not
through hike is
attempt
going from the kitchen to the, you know,
that.
through the living room. You know,
Yeah.
no, no. I try to get out, you know, as much as possible. I can't. I hate sitting around. You know, I
Yeah.
take, you know, turned her on to fishing, so now it's like, let's go fishing. Let's go fishing. Let's go fishing.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask me twice.
You know, it's funny. That's even something I've been debating on whether I want to bring a fishing rod with me. You know?
Well, they have travel poles you can get. They
Oh
just
yeah.
break down smaller. You know, I have a fly rod. It's in like 5 or 6 pieces. Never used it. Never fly fished, but you know, it was my dad's. I do want to try it down here though. Can't see the S straight. Joe, did you freeze up? I guess Joe froze up. All right. If you want to pop back on, I don't think it's me. No, it's not me. All right. I'm going to put Joe backstage and see what if he can pop back on. Actually, there he goes. He should be right back on. Yeah, that's ambitious. I just, I don't know. It's a long walk. I'm not trying to be a dick about, you know, the semantics of a walk and a hike. I just think it's kind of silly. It's the same damn thing. Hilton, what's up? How you doing, buddy? There we go.
Yeah. I froze up and started buffering. I'm like, oh well.
Hilton says a good result bushwalk is at the start, walking through a portal straight to where you want to go.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, let me
cheating.
tell you
That's
something. If
cheating.
I'm out there on the Finger Lakes Trail, if I run across something that looks like a portal, I'm stepping into it, man. So you guys will not see me ever again, probably, if that happens. I'll be too curious. Where's it go?
Says Mogs, you anal, Mr. Lee. Talking about hikes and walks and shit like that. No, I would hope I was that curious, to
Yeah,
if I
I'm
actually
lying,
saw
dude. If I
something
see
to
a
like
portal, I'll be like, "What the fuck is
check it out.
that?" I'd be like, "What the hell is that?" And then probably run away, afraid that okay, well, that looks like what somebody's always been talking about that I didn't have any evidence for, but it was looking like a portal to me. I don't know what's going to come out of it. So
That's what I'd be worried about is what's coming out of it. Not me going through it, what's coming out of it.
no doubt, man, no doubt. I'm really kind of hoping I don't see anything like that.
I
You
don't
know,
think you have to worry about it.
orbs. Yeah, I can deal with orbs. I wouldn't mind seeing another orb
I want
because
to see orbs again.
I still don't know what the hell the one was that me and my wife saw, but I
Oh, in the
wouldn't mind
tent.
seeing something like that again, just to curiosity's sake, man, just to figure out what the hell is it.
I didn't make coffee, so I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper just for some caffeine. I don't normally drink soda, so
Oh, Dr. Pepper.
I always keep water on.
Occasionally.
I've always liked Dr. Pepper.
Grasshopper said Matthew Johnson had poke his silly head out of a portal at you. I'd be done. I'd be done, man. I'd be like, all right,
Matt, are you behind this shit?
yeah, I'm done. That's it. It's too crazy for even me.
Lockbeard, what's up? Yeah, I don't know about portals and stuff like that. I mean, can't roll it out.
Hey, if something like that exists and I see it, then I'll know it's real. But you know, I mean, if it's out there, then I just haven't ran into it yet. But there's a lot of weird stuff, man. I mean, I don't know. I might cover it again. I mean, but I mean, there's no denying that there's weird shit out there that happens to people, man. Now, what it is, I can't sit and say definitely that I know what everything is, man. I don't.
You
Nobody
don't.
does. Nobody
Me neither.
does. I mean, was whatever whatever the person experienced real, as in, even if it's unseen. Well, how do you know? I'm sure the experience itself, let's put it that way, I'm absolutely sure that the feelings that the person experiences and everything are very real. But is what is causing those feelings to be felt and that experience to be experienced, is that real? Or is it, I mean, it's weird because
What
there's
What
weird
do you
shit.
mean? Like if it's not a visual and it's just a
Yeah, I
like
mean,
like
anything
like I've
like,
had paranormal things happen that I didn't
right,
see a ghost, but
right,
shit happened.
right, right,
Things were physically manipulated.
right.
Um, and there were witnesses, so it wasn't.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
just not my story where it's like, oh well, this happened.
Yeah, no, and I recognize. I mean, I've heard of things like that. I've seen weird stuff like that. One time was, and I'm not saying that this happens. This is what happens all the time. I actually saw a bar on a glass on a bar, which the bar was supposed to be haunted. I actually saw it move down the bar with nobody touching it. Now, kind of find out that can happen naturally under certain circumstances. If there's water underneath it, it
Water
can
on the
move
bar,
fast.
yeah.
But that by no means means that every time a glass is moved that that's the case.
No, it's a
Because
possibility of how it could move.
I mean,
I've
those
seen it
kind of
happen
things. Yeah,
with water.
I'm like, I can't tell you. You can see that it's happened, and you can make guesses as to what caused it, but you know, it just ends up being like, well, this is something weird that happened, and I don't know how to explain it. You know.
No, I've had plenty of weird shit happen where I'm like, now what? What
Yeah.
do I do with that?
Yeah. I mean, even the creepiest shit. I say all the time, I don't believe in ghosts. But even the creepy shit that happened to me, I don't have an explanation for it. I may not be ready to say that it was definitely ghosts or whatever. There was something. I experienced something. And the one time was somebody was with me, so it wasn't like it was just me. And so it's not one of them cases where I can just chalk it up to my own imagination, because then
Yeah, it's
you
something I
had
never
two
did.
people imagining the same thing that I did, me and somebody else. So you have that kind of stuff that happens, man, and I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Sandra, you're so right. It's the humans you got to worry about.
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to keep that belief.
The,
Yeah,
the scarier monsters.
yeah. But no, there's definitely weird shit that you got to acknowledge, and I don't think that we're going to have answers to all of it. I think
No,
we
we're
can
not.
always
I mean, we'll find out one day.
we can always seek answers, but there's no guarantee that that means we're going to answer everything.
It's impossible because there's always going to be another question.
Yeah,
It
and
might be
that's
worded
why I understand.
differently, but
Yeah. Well, that's why I do kind of understand people having blind faith in something. I don't. I'm not the kind of person that usually puts blind faith in anything, but I'm just human. So yeah, there's probably stuff that I take on faith. Um,
did you ever take a leap of faith? A serious, honest to goodness leap of faith?
that's a good question, man. That is a good question. Have I ever really done that? If I could think of a instance, I may have. I can't think of a specific incident right now. But I mean, almost. Well, I can't say almost everybody. I have no idea how I could claim that. A
Usually, it's a
lot of
life
people have.
changer.
You know what? But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, and I don't know how to answer that, Mogs, because I don't remember a specific, but I'm sure there has to be, because we're humans and it's something that's human, you know.
That's okay. She hit the volume on her phone,
Whoops.
so you echoed. It's all good. Yeah, normally you would remember a leap of faith. Usually it's a moment in your life when you make a decision that's it's either gonna change your life or it's usually a turning point in your life or something when you make that decision and you take that leap of faith and believe in it enough. I mean, sometimes it backfires. Trust me,
That's
it's had it happen.
interesting. You should say that, man, because that almost puts it being a leap of faith in my encounter, because it was really a leap of faith that I was expecting me to be able to leave there.
No, what do you mean? As far as that's not a leap of faith. A leap of faith is you making a decision as far as like
Well, I don't know. It
it's a
sounded like
blind
when
faith, but
this.
you believe enough in it that you go through with something. And um, I don't know. I don't know if it applies in that situation. He let you out. Is that
Yeah.
you mean that's what you're getting
Well,
at?
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I was taking it on faith that he was going to let me go without moving towards me.
well, I'm sure there was a prayer
Basically.
involved.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't care
much
who you
on
pray
prayer,
to.
but
You said a prayer. Oh shit!
I
Please
may
let me get
have.
me out of this.
Please let me. But I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So, but yeah, I don't know. But there are certain things that I mean, I could say that I take it on faith that the sun is going to come up tomorrow, but that's not really faith, because I've witnessed that and I've seen the evidence of that my entire life. So that's not really faith, but who knows? The sun could explode.
It's hope.
You know. So yeah, I mean,
No, I've taken like leaps of faith where in 2007 I had my dad and my brother-in-law drive me to Nashville and drop me off. just dropped me off. I had $1,000 in my pocket and a bag of clothes, and I got dropped off at a motel, and it was up to me to do what I had to do because I wanted to see Nashville. I wanted to experience Nashville, and I found a roommate within 2 nights, and a place to stay, and didn't spend all my money in a hotel room, and I was down there almost a year. But it's that fuck it, I'm going to do it. Like, you're taking a leap of faith, and if you do this, you're like
that everything's going
committing
to turn
to it.
out the way you want it to. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, that is. I mean, like I said, we probably do this to a small extent a lot. Maybe every day we might, to even a small extent, we may be taking a leap of faith every morning when we get up. Who knows?
Well,
I mean, it is kind of a leap of faith.
It depends. I mean,
when I wake up in the morning and I go, I'm going to live until the end of this day at least.
Right, there you go.
That's a leap of faith, I mean, so everybody really does it.
To different extents, yeah. But Papa Craig, what's up, buddy? Hey, Gary Johnson.
Gary.
Oh, excuse me. Put the link up again. The stills isn't working. There we go. So yeah, guys, the link's up. If anybody else wants to pop on, just click on that link, follow the directions, and come hang out.
Yeah. Somebody take that leap of faith.
There you go.
And get on the show. Yeah, I'm not going to take up a whole bunch of your show this time. I know I like hanging out until the end a lot, but I just wanted to come on and talk about that, set a few folks straight. They're going to still give me some good old natured ribbon about it, I'm sure.
Right on.
And I'm waiting to see what the odds are of my survival. Who believes I really will?
Have you ever met Hilton?
Huh?
Have you ever met Hilton? Oh shit, he just bounced off.
I haven't met, no.
No, I mean, like, he was there a second ago when he bounced off. I was going to click him on, and he just left. There he is. Hold on. He's coming on. There he is. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
How you feeling?
Hey, everyone. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
A bit ugly, but
no, you're looking good, man. Well, considering what you went through, bro, that's, you're looking great.
Yeah, I won't go too close. Just got a big pimple, a nipple on my nose at the moment.
Well, what happened?
Cancer.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, and I had sun-related skin cancer on my nose here. So it started eating away, and about 8 weeks ago, they cut half my nose off and then took a skin graft from my forehead, and keeping the blood circulation going through the skin, they turned it around and sewed it on my nose. And then last Monday, they separated the blood connection and then stitched up the top, so it's now living on its own, the skin.
Right on.
So yeah, I was pretty.
So
I was pretty lucky. It's just
your head was the skin graft. Wow. Okay.
Is there some sort of delay? Must be. Yeah. No. So
sorry.
Yeah. So the skin graft came. That's why I got a big. You can't really see it now on this, but no, that's right. So I got a big scar on my forehead. Yeah, it was basically just taken off, turned around. It's amazing what they do. And
now I understand.
Yeah, so now I can headbutt people with my nose.
Maya would just stop. My dog's like acting up here. Stop.
It is.
Come on, up here.
Yeah, it's obviously a delay happening here, I think. All the way from New Zealand now.
Yeah, you wouldn't think there would be a delay.
No, I just thought I'd come on and say Hey, hi. It's been a while since I've been on here,
Dude,
and
I'm thrilled to see you. I'm so glad you're here.
yeah, and there's a lot of people in chat that have been asking, sending prayers my way and this channel and others, and it's really appreciated, and I'll take it all on.
Absolutely, man. Oh, like I
Absolutely.
said, I'm thrilled that you're here. You're looking great, man. You just keep fighting that fight,
Yeah, well, you can't help but have good looks.
That's what I always say. That's what I always say.
My dog is being just a pain in the ass. Come on, stop.
There seems to be a huge delay.
Yeah, there is.
I just wanted to come on and say hi to everyone and chat. There's a lot of love going around there.
It's a good family.
And it's all good. And I'll keep on writing down.
Ah, shit. We lost. You froze up, buddy. Listen, Hilton, you take care of yourself. We will see you soon. Much love, brother. All right. Take care. Heal
Good
up.
seeing you.
Yeah, I had to. He froze up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? And Hilton, I am going to tell a little bit. I mean, I have a picture of when he first had surgery, and I was shocked. I didn't realize that they opened him here. They took out a strip, turned it over, and used it on his nose. It was all connected. Now that he explains that, but when I first saw him, I thought he got hit in the head with a damn lawnmower blade.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was just like, oh my God, and then I didn't say that to him, of course. I just did, but he knows. Yeah, and he's healing quickly, and I'm thrilled to see that.
Yeah, it's really, yeah, it's amazing what they can do in medicine, modern medicine nowadays. It really is. It really is.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that he's doing better. It was good to see him. I'm glad he came on, because I remember he was like, he kind of scared me the one night. It was like right after the surgery. He was like, "Oh, I can pop on and scare everybody." I'm like, "No, you can chill. Not now. They're not ready for it. Trust me, they're not ready for it."
Right. Right.
But yeah, he's a good guy. I like Hilton. He's been around. He's been around for a long time now with us, almost from the beginning.
Yeah.
Van Buren Variety. What's up, Bob? Good to see you. Who else did I just see here? Hilton says, I don't know what happened there, guys. He says, I'm back in chat. I can't do things with my left hand. It's stupid. I got to scroll or click on something lefty, and it's just everything turns blue. Like, I don't want that. So, Rostalocks, what's happening?
I love it. Rostalocks. Rostalocks. No relation to my Rasta.
LIB, what's going on?
Or maybe Rostalocks is Rasta.
I doubt it.
Yeah, me too.
Probably not. But what if?
Yeah, right.
But what if?
But what if?
So, guys, the link is back in chat, and you click on it. You can come hang out. Like, we just had the privilege of talking to Hilton. It was great to see you. Yeah, I think I'm going camping in a couple weeks. Same place where we did the 168.
Yeah.
we're probably going to go for a couple days for Thanksgiving. Which is cool because I want to get back to that one spot where we saw the lights. And I say lights, not orbs. I say lights. You want to call them orbs? Call them orbs. I didn't see orbs. Not there anyway.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, man. Just trying to figure out what it is instead of jumping to what you know, like, oh, well,
Yeah,
that's it.
it's just the last time I went, it was so overgrown that I couldn't get to where I wanted to get in order to try to prove what I was seeing or where it was coming from.
Yeah.
You know, I have to rethink that. It could probably be proven with a drone, but yeah, I don't have one.
Right.
Don't want to go buy one.
Yeah. I always like to think that I learned from my mistakes, right? So like if I ever have a chance of ever seeing another Sasquatch, as long as I live, which I don't know what the odds are on that at all. I think they're pretty slim, really, myself, to tell you the truth. I've mentioned it before, but anyway, I like to think that if I ever do, now I'll be ready. This time I'll be able to get something on film. Things like the orb. Now, if I ever see that again, I'm like, now I can look at it. Well, why didn't I get out of the tent? Because we never actually got out of the tent. We just watched the whole thing. And like, now I'm thinking, well, maybe if I see one again, well, dumbass, get out of the tent. Go see what it is. See if you can figure out what it is.
What kept you in the tent? I mean, that thing went all the way around the tent. Why did you just sit in the tent? I would have been like, fuck this. Somebody's outside the tent.
Because we were, I don't know, maybe. We were like, what the hell is that? It was just I don't know. The situation was like, it was one of them ones that's just like, what in the hell? Because it's not a firefly. It's
I would have went, who in the hell?
It's not. Well, see, that's the thing is that as I knew it wasn't a flashlight because it didn't look like that at all, and so, and there was no sound of movement like anybody walking around with a flashlight. And it was just like, and then it disappeared. So I don't know what it is, but I like to think I'd learn from my mistakes. If those things happen again, hopefully. And I don't know if that's what's going to happen. Maybe I'm just going to be like, again, maybe it'll be like, holy shit, there it is. What the hell is,
Yeah, I sleep through shit.
So,
it's like we were at last year, we were at 168 campground for Thanksgiving. And she heard something breathing over the top of the one end of the pop-up. And she's like, Russell. I'm didn't hear shit. So I get like the next morning, wake up and she's telling me about, a lot of good you were, like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I think it might have been a big cat because she did film something, when she was down there. Didn't mean to, but
yeah.
Hilton
Well,
says,
I mean,
still the link you put up didn't work, just goes to error. Well, I'll just keep putting it up. I don't know why having difficulty. Try that link, or if anybody's going to come on, try the link that I'm putting up. Apparently, it's not letting Ms. Dill copy it properly or something. I don't know. What? I'm not even going there. Reading comments, I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm wondering sometimes, out in the woods, how much stuff I've slept through myself, but I don't know. It depends.
I'm a pretty hard sleeper.
Yeah, it depends. But and that's the thing. If something does wake me up that's weird or strange, or I hear something I can't identify or something, and it does wake me up, then I'm awake for hours afterwards.
You know what? Yeah,
Usually
it's kind of
building up
weird.
the fire, and then
Oh, really? My dog's talking to me. You know, I wonder how I react in certain situations.
yeah, I heard that.
And Maya, go lay down. I was at I was I was in the woods. This is when I saw the orbs, but it's the same place where I saw these orbs in the woods. Um, I was sitting there fishing one day, and I was standing, and it's a small creek. I mean, it's called a river, but it's small, so it's like
Yeah,
11, 12 feet wide at the most, right in this
yeah,
corner, which is where I'm at.
yeah.
And there was this huge tree right across. Would you shush? She's like, I want to. She's just being a pest. Huge tree right across the river. And as we're
Yeah.
fishing, all of a sudden, all you hear is crack. And this huge limb drops right in front of us on the other side of the river. But my reaction, my first thought when I heard the crack was, here we go. That was my reaction. That was
Right.
like, whoa, wait a minute. And then I'm like, I'm looking up the tree. I'm like, that was awful high. And, didn't see anything, but it was just bizarre that limb right there,
Right.
right in front of us, fell out of the tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and it's the same place where I did see two orbs in the trees, but I put it out there. I just put it out to the universe. Why I'm there. I should tell. I speak my intention, and I come as a student. I can be a teacher. I come, seeking, just knowledge. And I usually address them as the people. I put that out there, and just it sounds stupid, but I feel good about doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look, if I was to say that I never said something out loud into the woods, directed towards Sasquatch, I'd be lying. I've done
Oh
it.
yeah,
I've
well,
done it. I've been like, hey, if you're out here and you even understand what I'm saying, I'm not here like to ruin your time or anything.
oh, I go to take a
Not
piss
here.
in the woods. I look around and I say, "Stop laughing."
I'm not hunting. I'm not hunting you. Yeah, I've said stuff like that. Absolutely, man. I mean, what harm can it do? But no, it's funny you should mention the branch thing because that's a part of it that I didn't even. I mean, of course, I have to chalk it up to that would just happen to be the time. But I did have that happen to me once as I was walking a trail, man. I mean, this big branch
This was a
uh,
huge limb.
from pretty high up, it cracked and it fell, and it was only a few yards in front of me where it hit the ground, and it actually came down with enough force that it fell from high enough, and it actually did stick in the
Thick.
ground
Yeah,
in the trail right in front of me. And I'm looking up like, what broke that branch? Because there's no wind.
yeah.
I mean,
There
if it
was
was a
no wind for
windy
this
day,
either. It was weird.
I'd be like, okay, the wind caused it. But I'm thinking something has to be. So I'm looking up thinking, is there a bear in the tree or whatever, and nothing. I don't see anything that would have caused it. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to chalk that up to, well, I guess it was an old branch and it felt like that was the time. The weight was enough of it to make it finally snap and fall, I guess.
Sure,
I
you
don't
can
know.
sit there and trying to explain it away, but it's like,
Yeah,
come on, really?
yeah. I mean, it's one of those
The
weird things that
timing
happen.
is just too weird. I mean,
It is weird. It is weird.
you know, I'm into the subject, and that's one of the little things that happens. It snaps and all this shit, and I'm standing there, and this thing falls right in front of us,
Mm-hmm.
and it was huge. I mean, this thing, the base of it was at least a foot round. You know, this,
And I
and I
mean,
was
one
like,
of the things that goes through your mind too is also, it went through my eyes like, damn, I'm glad I wasn't standing right underneath it when it did it.
oh yeah, in that sense, I was on the other side of
Probably
a
would have
river.
killed me, or seriously injured me anyway.
Those are called widowmakers.
Yeah.
for a
Oh
reason.
man, yeah. When you camp, man, anybody that camps and camps with any kind of frequency and has experience in camping, they know. Everybody knows that's the first thing you do before you set up your tent, man.
Oh yeah, let's look up.
Just take a look up above and see if you're setting it up under any widowmakers or anything.
Anita says when I'm hiking prior to the cancer stuff, I talk to the woods a lot.
Yeah, no harm in that.
And Stevie said, "Me too, Anita. I talked to whatever was up there in Arizona."
Dude, I talk to squirrels, man. Honestly, I talk to squirrels. I see deer. I talk to deer. I mean,
Oh, I'm guilty. I talk to my dogs like they understand me.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm firmly convinced my dog does understand me.
No, they understand a lot, but
Yeah, yeah.
I know they understand move over.
Uh,
I go to get in bed, move over. They move over.
Film what, Kaiju? He said, Joe, please film that. I don't. If you're talking about the FLT thing, of course I'm going to film it. If you're talking about filming a branch falling and sticking, well, I have to wait till it happens again if it ever does.
Papa C says I listen to the voices in my tackle box.
Oh, Kaiju wants me to film talking to squirrels. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it'd be worth filming if the squirrels would actually talk back. Now that would be something. That'll never happen.
Yeah. LIB says I'm never alone in the woods. I bring where the hell did it go? All my personalities and the voices in my head.
That's right. That's right.
There's some. Donald says I talk to the woods too. Where the fuck are the deer? I need some venison.
That mountain of woods are only scary if you want, if you're not used to being out there, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's times where I've been in some woods that I could be like, this is some scary woods.
You people are nuts. Stevie B. Muggs, guess the lady in blue cap. What? Wow. Richie, I don't know what you're talking about. Richie's been smoking pot again. He really scares me when he doesn't type in caps. It's like, oh, something's wrong. Don't scroll. Damn squirrel didn't.
It's funny though. Squirrels will talk back to you though if you know how to, make their squirrel chirps and barks and stuff. They'll answer you a lot of times.
I tend to want to domesticate squirrels when I get around them.
The funny thing is,
lure them in with peanuts and stuff.
Yeah, they're really. It's funny because, when it comes to habituation, it's not hard to habituate squirrels, man.
No, it's simple. It just takes a couple of peanuts.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. You just got to start feeding them, man, and then they're like, "Okay, you're okay in our book."
I rented a room on a 2-story building or 3-story building. I was already all the way up the top, and there was a window, and you look out, and it's part of the roof, and I saw these squirrels all the way down on the grass, and I had a bag of peanuts, and I threw a couple peanuts out, and then I put one on the windowsill. They found it. They figured out where the hell those peanuts came from, and they sat on that windowsill. Within an hour, they were coming in the window, taking the peanuts off the edge of my bed.
Yeah.
Tried to domesticate some ravens. Just I think I gave them diabetes because I was feeding them donuts. But yeah. Getting diabetes because I was feeding them donuts. Hey, Tristan, what's up? You got to turn
Hey
off your
guys, how you doing?
diabetes because I was feeding them donuts. Hey, Tristan, what's up? You got to turn off.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My bad.
No worries.
Stupid thing. All right. Hey, how's it going?
You talk to porcupines?
Yeah, all the time.
Tristan talks porcupines. Well, you know, they make some cute noises when they're eating grapes, man.
Yeah.
I
Um,
heard
after the whole Chris
porcupines
Noel
make-
thing, I was watching videos on porcupines eating and stuff. It
There's
was great.
one, man. There's a porcupine. He's eating this, and dude, he's making some of the cutest damn noises.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I've never heard a porcupine, making noise.
Either.
Hadn't really even seen a live porcupine, even though I know they're all over New York. I hadn't even really seen one in the wild until the 4th of July trip to the Adirondacks. My wife and I took and saw that one walking along the side of the road at night when we came back from the fireworks. They make some of the cutest. And I've seen some other ones, man, when they're fighting. Oh my God, they can make some horrific noises, man.
Oh, I'll have to look that up. I'll have to search
Sorry,
for that.
dude. But Pine Island just said, listening in the background, I'm sick as fuck for 2 days. My body aches like I was trampled by Paulie T and Taco Bell. If Taco Bell had a buffet and I was standing in the doorway. So he feels like he got trampled by Paulie T. Feel better there, Jeff. I'm sorry to hear
Yeah.
you're not
Seriously.
feeling too well.
Hey Joe, I was wondering, are you gonna be armed when you go out? Do you have any guns or anything?
Yeah, I'm not going unarmed completely. No. When I go camping, I generally have stuff with me. I mean, I'm gonna have all my stuff I usually carry, like my knives and my machete, and machete I carry just in case I have to do some bushwhacking. And I'll probably have a pistol with me, but other than that, I mean, yeah, I'm not going out completely unarmed. No.
Well, that's good.
I don't go out armed. I mean, I'll carry a knife, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Just never needed a gun before, so.
Yeah, and I've
for
never
hunting,
needed mine either. But the old saying, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like a bulletproof vest.
Especially if you run into people out there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I know there's places on a trail where you can go weeks without seeing anybody else, but
I think a machete is more intimidating than a gun, though.
that's yeah.
I'd rather be shot than attacked with a knife.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take any casting material in case you see a footprint?
Ooh, hell no, I ain't taking no
No?
casting material. That's just too much weight, man. Carrying all that plaster of Paris now.
Yeah.
What I am going to do though is I'm going to get with Mike from Tactical Bigfoot Research. I got to talk to him about that 3D app because I'm going to try to get that installed because it's almost like having a virtual cast without having to cast it. I mean, you can see it in
Is
3D.
it with the scanning app?
Oh, it's like a scanner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So if I run across any tracks, I can more or less make a virtual cast of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but could you take that scan and use it for, say, 3D printing?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have
Just
to
saying,
ask.
if you have, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That's a good question.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. But no, I think, carrying casting material with me would just be too much. Man.
It'd be too heavy and too much.
This is the other reason I don't have to carry in the woods. Stevie does.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, essentially, this is going to be, I'm not going to have a tent. I'm going to have my little lightweight hammock thing that I call my burrito because that's real light and compact when you put it away. And I'm going to have my 2 cameras and an audio recorder and then my food. and a change of clothes because I'm going to do it, like I said, in 3-day increments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but I'm still going to go as light as possible. I'm not carrying a whole bunch of crap out there.
Sure.
But I'm not going to need,
And we
Yeah.
all do it. We overpack.
Yeah.
Just in case. Might need it.
Yeah. Now, when I go camping, man, that's a totally different story. If I'm going camping and I'm just going to stay in one campsite for several days and just forage out from that point, yeah, then I go whole hog, man. I've got my big tent, I got my air mattress, I mean, I got all that stuff, but and the thing is I have thought about it, and I am going to take people suggest, well, take a water filter, and I am, but
That's a good idea.
I'm also going to take water with me intentionally to last me the 3 days, but I always have a water filter just in case. I mean, I'm not going to be carrying like 10 gallons of water with me or anything like that for 3 days, but I will have like a water filter just in case something happens, because you have to plan for things like that. And for
Some of those water filters supposedly they work really good.
Yeah.
Even the
That's what I heard.
straws.
Yeah, because, and again, on the Finger Lakes Trail, as with probably along the Appalachian Trail, I haven't been on that one, but I would imagine there's places along those trails where you get water if you need it. And there'll be a spring, or sometimes there'll be something that comes from a spring where you get water. I would still suggest use a water filter, even taking that water, but that's potable water that's drinkable and stuff, And,
We had a spring we would hit up in Sedona. That there was no, you didn't have to filter shit. This stuff
Yeah.
was amazing.
Well, yeah, there's one that's
What's up, girl?
there's
As I
one
said.
that's not too far from me that people still go to there this very day. It's coming out of the rock right at the edge of the road, man. People just pull up with gallon jugs and you just get
That's what
ice
they do
cold.
here.
Yep, ice cold spring water, and it's pure water. It's
Suzanne's probably been to that spring, the one up in Oak Creek Canyon.
Yes, it's an artesian water spring. It comes straight from the ground and it's just pure.
Fantastic.
I love it. Dang it.
Yeah,
So,
as you're go-
how are you guys?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, been busy. So,
Yeah.
I'm moving. I'm in the middle of moving, and Jara's my realtor. So, that's why our show has been kind of like burp, 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 because we're so super busy.
Know.
Yeah, but we're making it a point tonight to like get on for a little while.
Awesome. So you'll be on tonight. Very good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Guys, be sure to tune in to the Authentic Happiness Show tonight. It's probably going to be around 8:30 Mountain.
Yep. How are you doing, Joe?
good. Yeah, I was going to say we had fun that time on your show talking.
Yeah, we did. That was one of our best ones. We loved that. That was so fun.
Yeah, that was a.
Hi, Tristan. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good to see you.
So what have you been up to, Tristan? You been out exploring or what?
A little bit here and there. I went out with Brent last week to a new spot that I've never been to, and we saw some cool structures and possible impressions in the ground. But
I did see that. I watched that today.
Yeah, and
Cool.
and I went out to one of my research areas a couple of days ago. I mean, it's pretty cold out here in Washington right now. It's pretty much like winter. I mean, it's like in the 40s and 30s out here right now. And there's snow in the mountains, so it's actually pretty cold. I mean, for November weather, we usually get warmer weather than this. So I don't know. I'm kind of worried that we're gonna get a lot of snow and I won't be able to get out there very much. So I'm trying to get as much in as I can, but the weather is just really crazy right now. So
That's
I
what
don't
you're worried about here.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, you were saying earlier, like you were saying it was warmer where you are right now. So that's
What is the temperature where you're at, Joe?
Well, currently right now I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's down in probably the 30s right now, high 30s. But during the day it's been getting still up into the 60s, and like today it was almost it did hit 70 today. This
Wow.
is November, man, and this should not be happening in New York in November, man. It should be a
Whoa,
lot
that,
colder by now. So
Yeah, we
thinking
just
if
got
we might be getting a bad winter when it starts getting into like the last part of December, maybe into January, March. There might be some blizzards and snow, lake effect snows that like. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway,
Hmm.
yeah, well, you get
what
those
about you, Mom?
Arctic clippers come down there and freeze you. And those, I can't stand. I've been up. I know what it's like upstate, all along the Canadian border, and it's just too damn cold. I'm doing good, Suzanne. Sorry. We just went through a storm here. You know, a hurricane went by.
That was
Temperatures are
pretty bad.
pretty good. What's that?
What was it? Pretty bad.
Not here. No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't terrible. There's a lot of beach erosion on the coast. There's about 48 to 50 houses that have been deemed uninhabitable because they're about to drop into the ocean.
That is so crazy. What is the temperature where you're at? Are you outside right now or inside?
I'm outside.
Oh, so it must not be that bad.
No, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt.
That's how you roll. That's just how Moggs rolls.
I'm
I
surprised
don't think too many people have seen me in pants.
It's 58 degrees here right now, and I'm in Phoenix. I'm in Glendale, Arizona.
Yeah, you guys have been chilly.
It's kind of
time of year.
chilly.
Yeah.
See, 58 still shorts and t-shirt weather
Yeah.
here in New York.
Right now we are 72. That's our current temperature.
I don't know.
What? Really?
72.
That's really nice.
It's
Yeah.
pretty warm.
It
Hence the
always
shorts
surprises
and,
me
you know.
that where you're at is described as because Washington, right? Right.
Where I am? Yeah, I'm in
Yeah.
Washington. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That seems like north. It seems to. I don't know why I'm so surprised that the weather always seems like it's warmer than it should be. To me, I mean, you guys should be as cold as we are here, as far as I'm concerned. But I don't. I guess I miss out the fact that it's you guys there. That's what it's rainforest, right? Really.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess
was
being like that closer to the coast, and that has something to do with it being warmer too. I guess.
Yeah, and we get a lot of stuff from Canada, so it varies. I mean, we have one of the warmest. We broke some records in October because we had some warm weather like what you're having. It was in the 70s and it was pretty high for October out here. And then all of a sudden, it just snapped all the way to like cold weather and rain again. So it's just really weird like that here in Washington. But in the fall, usually here we just get a lot of rain and wind, and we had some of that in November. First few days in November, but then all of a sudden it changed to this cold front, which is just 30, 40 degrees out right now. And we usually don't get that in November. That's more like winter weather here for us. So it's kind of weird to have that start early. So
That sounds so cold.
I hope it doesn't snow.
Anita's in Washington. She says it's 36 right now where she is.
Yeah, it's 37 degrees right now where I am.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that makes your bones hurt. Like I remember how
No,
cold it used to
that
be.
doesn't.
cold.
15 degrees or minus 15, and then you add on a wind chill. That hurts.
Ooh.
It's freaking
up in
cold here.
Joe's neck of the woods during the winters.
Well, I mean, man, unless things are totally weird and wacky. I mean, that cold weather's coming, man. I mean, we're getting like this weirdness for whatever reason now that we've had a pretty, God, even for just the length of time we've been back here, like 6 years, going on 7. And I mean, this is the warmest November I can remember in that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now, like right
Usually
now, the
that-
Dakotas are getting a blizzard.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy weather all around.
Well,
And then I
and
don't-
people are like, they're like, well, you should be thankful while it's warm because it's going to be below freezing soon.
yeah.
And, well, probably true. Before the winter's over, I'm sure that we're going to see some below freezing temperatures, absolutely, and some snow. But
Right.
47 in Georgia, Vermont right now. That's where Donald's at.
see, that seems warm for Vermont to me in November. Now I don't live in Vermont, and I've been
Well,
in
I lived in
Vermont, but-
Wisconsin for a year and a half, and November is like when it really started to get cold. It was just like, wait a minute, it's too cold for this time of year. What's going on? Oh, welcome to Wisconsin, dumbass.
Oh, Nikki says that I almost drowned in that spring when I was little, trying to take it.
Trying to take a drink. I saw that.
That sounds like something I'd do. Almost drown, for sure.
Because you're thirsty.
And I was just an excited kid. That's why I got into so much stuff.
Excited or excitable?
Both.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna get off so I can schedule the show and like do what I'm supposed to.
Here, let me see.
So come on over and talk to us. We're just gonna be chatting it up,
There we go.
sharing a few laughs. We're kind of exhausted, so it could get pretty funny because we get pretty silly when we're tired. All right, guys. It's good to see you. Good to see you guys.
as well.
Have a good night.
Have a good one, Susie.
Have a good
And I'll
show.
see you guys later. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
See you later. Yeah, guys. So check her out at 8:30 Mountain, the Authentic Happiness Show. I don't have a link to it. I just have the banner. It's like I don't know. I have like all these different banners that I've
For people's shows.
never some
Yeah.
that I haven't taken down yet.
Oh.
Like. Also, I know Anita's in chat. If you guys haven't checked out her Facebook page, Playful Creations by Anita, she's does all her own artwork.
Yep.
And she's got, she does sell mugs and stuff like that with her artwork on it. It's Bigfoot related. It's pretty cool. Check it
Yeah,
out.
Anita's awesome. Yeah. Hi, Anita.
Jay Fritz, what's up, buddy? Jay says, I'm sitting out by the pool at 73 here.
I'm not jealous. Not at all.
Screw you, Jay. I don't have a pool.
Yeah.
No, that's where Stevie and I are gonna have to wander down towards Jay's because he's an avid fisherman, so I want to go fishing with Jay.
Did you see you didn't catch anything today?
No, didn't catch shit. We were in a tropical storm. We just went for shits and giggles, and I
would have been surprised.
Two good hits, but I didn't I didn't set the hook.
Yeah. But a tropical storm in November, isn't that odd? Is that an odd thing to happen?
It's a late season storm, yeah. Because I think the hurricane season ends in the end of the month, officially ends.
Oh, okay.
But the fact that these storms were like 43 days apart, 6 weeks apart, or whatever it was, people were still cleaning up from Ian.
Right.
And
Yeah.
now they got to clean up from another one, and it's tragic. It just sucks.
Yeah, for sure.
There's like no beaches left on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was decimated. I mean, it's very tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mother Nature's just taking back what's hers.
Yeah.
Mark Dodman, how are you? Great to see you. Pyromedic, what's up? Just seeing who else I missed. We got to scoop up Barb Santee on the way to Jay's. Well, we can do that. We're going to have to rent the van. I know it.
Yeah,
We're
you
going
have
to
a
be
bunch
going
of
to get
people.
Barb and go over to get Sandra, and we're going to go.
You have like a freaking bus full of people.
Pick everybody up and go, okay, now what? Where are we going? Oh, yeah, we're going to Jay's.
That's not a VW microbus.
What's that?
Try to find
Yeah,
a
he's got a pull,
VW
so.
microbus. Put like
The
big
VW?
stickers on the side of it. Put your logo on the side of it.
The mystery machine.
Basically.
Maybe some hippie flowers on it. You
Those
know?
damn buses are expensive, dude.
Oh, I'm guaranteed.
One of those
I
restored
thought
with
you're
like,
gonna find a good old fashioned VW microbus, man.
and it's weird because they go by the amount of windows with those things. Oh, it's a 13 window bus, or it's this. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, are you gonna have reception out there when you go?
There may be
Like
spots that I
signal?
do. There's going to be a lot of spots that I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you have like a satellite phone or anything? Are you worried about that kind of thing?
No, not exactly. I mean, I will keep my phone charged so that when I do hit areas where I have a signal, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really. Of course, I don't anticipate any major problems. I'm pretty well versed, and I understand that people are like, man, we want to make sure you're safe. But believe me, I will be safe, man. I am not going to be, I am going to put every effort into making this thing safe. There's only so much I can do.
Right.
You can't always, you can't tell what unplanned things may happen, but you can do certain things to kind of minimize the chance that they will happen. So,
Sure.
that's what I'm going to be doing, so, but yeah, but I'll have my phone,
I also wanted to put it out there.
I'll have a signal. What's that, Mobs?
I just wanted to put it out there real quick. I got a bunch of emails and stuff. I won't change my logo. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to take that down. I'm not going to remove. Jeff showed up. We were talking the other day, and I guess he was playing with his computer and made that logo. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll use it. Maybe in the future, but I'll keep my logo around. People were like, don't. That's like Superman without his cape. I'm like, what? That's your logo, dude. I'm like, okay, I'll keep it.
You can put that on the bus, your logo.
Right on the front.
Yeah.
And really a part of this is like a big part of it, actually. For me, is it's not just the investigation going along this trail and going across the state. A big part of it is trying to produce a really good documentary of the whole thing,
Yeah.
And I'm, I'm lacking in certain skills, man. But I'm going to do the best I can. And where possible, I am going to actually reach out to people who have better skills, who can, give me suggestions, give me ideas on how to make this whole thing. Because it's, filming everything.
Sure.
That's going to be a long thing. There's going to be
Mhm.
certain parts that I'm probably not going to use, of course, and that, and, all that kind of stuff, but, hey, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But that's
That's
big
what editing is for, man. You
Yeah.
film, and then get creative, and in your editing process, that's where everything comes together. But there's so many different ways to film. Where if you're carrying a tripod or something, you gotta set up a camera so you can film from a distance to see you walking by, and then don't
Right.
forget you got to go get your camera when you're done and filming that scene. There's a lot more walking than you think when you're filming.
Right.
Oh yeah. Especially if you're going to want to make a documentary type film, and I do want to make one. I've never done it before, and like I said, I'm no producer or director, or and I'm only really a half-assed cameraman. But hopefully through all of this and doing this, I'll get better as I go along, and by the time I get done with the end product, I'll have had a pretty cool adventure I went on, and I'll be able to share it with everybody and make it something that people can watch and go, yeah, he did a really good job on that. Now, whether or not they can go, yeah, look at that, he proved Bigfoot was real after all.
Dude, you could film everything on a cell phone.
Yeah,
the way they are now. You don't.
Right. Well, yeah, this iPhone that my wife made me switch to, finally after years of
iPhone does
nagging.
good.
This
Mhm.
this camera on this thing is incredible. Really, it actually is. But but yeah, I just want to make it the best thing to put out there that I possibly can, so people go, well, wow, that was really cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I definitely want to see what you come up with. Be
I'm
cool.
hoping I come up with something, man. I mean,
Yeah.
part of me says there's got to be something that you find, man. I mean, because come on, you
Yeah.
saw one. I mean, they got to leave some kind of trace. Somebody said that the other day. If they're moving through the forest, yeah, maybe it's hard to find, but there's no way they can't leave just no trace whatsoever. These things, and they obviously do leave traces of their passing at times, and that's why we know the
Oh,
things that
sure.
we do know, from that kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, so
Question. When you were hanging out with Brent and you were filming up in Washington,
Yeah.
you were talking about structures and like I watched, but I missed a part. Did he say they were bushcraft, or they just looked, or they could have been, or I mean,
Well, there was a structure that it was weird. It almost looked like some kind of like a little bunker kind of a thing. Like it had a little hut on it that was caved in, but it was made out of wood. It looked like something. It was constructed like it was like a little bunker thing where something could hide underneath and look and peek out, from underneath some wood. But it looked kind of. I don't know if I'm going to say man-made, but it looked like something made it. It wasn't like a
it was
natural kind of a
construction.
thing.
Yeah,
But it was caved in, which was kind of weird. And
it was very old.
yeah, it means, yeah, I guess it means it's old. But I mean, he said he was out there a few years ago, and I don't think he recalls seeing that.
Huh.
So I don't know if it was different at the time or what. But yeah, he wants to go back out there and check it out. He was making a joke the other night that
Curious. I thought he said it was
Yeah.
bushcrafting, but I didn't see the whole thing. Like I'd go grab a coffee and come back and miss that
Yeah.
part. I was like, damn it.
Well,
That
there was
particular
I
one
mean,
we
there was some
talked
other
about-
structures there that were very. I don't know. They look like something made them. It's very strange. If you get the chance, definitely go back and take a look at the structures that he filmed, because some of them were pretty weird looking, and why he would make some of them, I have no idea. But
Yeah.
there was just some
Well, the
odd
one that
stuff
you're just
out
talking
there.
about, man, I'd be careful around it because, going to look at it again, because I mean, yeah, I agreed exactly with what he was coming up with, that it could have been something that somebody built at one time and it finally
Yeah.
collapsed. But the thing is, the way it is now, from what I was looking at, I'm like, just about any other animal could still use that as shelter and a den. I mean, it looked big
sure.
enough to me, right? It still looked
Yeah,
big
yeah,
enough.
sure.
Hell, man, a
Mhm.
bear could den in there.
Now, Richie,
something
why
large.
would you be so
So-
damn matter of fact about this? Sasquatch don't do structures. That's all made up bullshit.
Well,
I believe they do structures. How's that?
there you
Well, how do
go.
we know that they don't? I mean, we
And
don't really
I'm
know
gonna
very
tell
much.
you
Like,
right
come on,
now,
dude.
yeah.
You know better than that.
I mean,
I won't say
there's
that
no.
they don't do it.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
they
there's no
do.
Jane Goodall out there watching these guys 24/7, so
Right.
we don't know what they do.
Right.
So
I mean, I
it's-
can tell them, right.
Yeah.
So maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Maybe, I mean, yeah, ones that I've run across, I could usually have so far. I'm not going to say I've ever found a Bigfoot structure because I don't know. Most of the ones I've
Yeah.
seen were obviously probably bushcraft. But that doesn't mean that Sasquatch doesn't. I mean, I believe that if there's no caves, which I think that if there are cave systems around, they would utilize a cave as shelter, no doubt.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I think they may also create things like, I still think that, on some of these places, like really large trees. And I've seen a huge one, man. I mean, you could have bears that's big enough that they could dig underneath there and make a den. I've seen stuff. And do they do that? Well, yeah, they didn't build it, but they did create it into a den. So, I mean, maybe they do, maybe they don't. I mean,
Well, they're opportunists.
Yeah.
where it's a root ball tree falls and it
Take
creates
advantage.
the beginning of a den. So dig it out. Why
Right.
not?
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I was talking to Brent about on the video, like if we're dealing with a hominid, I would assume they might have
And
the
I
same.
do think he's correct.
Yeah. I would think they would have the same instinct to build something like we do. Like we have, the instinct to build things, and why wouldn't another hominid do the same
Oh,
thing?
be it a shelter or a hunting blind,
Right, a
something that big
blind.
just to break up his his silhouette in the woods. I mean,
Yeah, right.
Right. They
I
may
don't
do
see. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. Honestly,
they may do
Um,
any and all of that. We just need the evidence that they are doing it. That's
of
all.
course.
yeah.
You know,
Like I don't think I've ever heard of a report of somebody seeing one making one. Maybe using a blind or something, but I don't think I've ever heard a report of somebody seeing a Bigfoot construct, a structure.
There was footage, I forget where it was. Shit. And the guy was filming a blind. It was this structure in the woods.
Yeah.
And then he saw something walking behind it. And he
Oh.
filmed it. I can't remember where it was.
Hmm.
Like he put a trail cam on a tree next to the blind. And when he got back to it, that tree was knocked over with the trail camera on it. But he still had, he got some footage of this thing walking behind this hut or whatever, this structure, whatever it was. Just don't remember where it was. It's out there. I'm sure somebody knows what I'm talking about, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I remember that one. Here it is."
I want to see that footage. I've never seen that before.
Hear that. Trying to remember where it was. I don't recall.
But I mean, it's possible. Like even Brenton said this as well, is that they might not even make markers or anything like for mapping purposes. Maybe it's all in their head and they don't even need to put something down to remember something because they know the woods so well. So
Yeah, but when you see videos of somewhere in Montana where there's a 30-40 foot X.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I've seen some big ones myself.
Yeah, nobody.
Can't explain them.
I don't think a human did that.
Yeah. Right. I don't know if you could.
Huge teepees. I mean, it's like why?
Did you guys see that Barb's video a couple weeks ago of that big structure that that one of my friends found in Greenwater? If you go to Barb Shoop's YouTube page, look at her, not the latest one, but the one before it, and there's like a weird structure that one of my friends found in Greenwater. It's pretty crazy looking, and whether a Bigfoot or human made that, I have no idea, but I've never seen anything like that before. So I don't know. I recommend people check that out because that's a very unusual structure. And if a human made that, they had a lot of time on their hands and they're pretty strong. So,
what is Barb Shoop's channel? Is it just
Squatching with Barb and Goldie, I believe.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, she put up one today, but I'm talking about the one that she put up a few days ago. You'll see it. It's a big
Sure.
structure. Yeah, I recommend people check it out because it's very odd. And I mean, I saw it myself, and I don't know. Again, like, why would a person build something like that? It's very intricate and very, like, a lot of things are woven into it, and it's right by a stream. So if a human made that, they had a lot of time and strength on their hands. So that's all I got to say about
Is
that.
it that big?
It's pretty big, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty huge. It doesn't look like your typical teepee kind of a thing that a lot of people are seeing. It's not like that. It's more like a woven thing. It's just really crazy looking. So
That's cool.
even Bobo was out there to see it too. So that was cool.
Catherine, how are you? Buzzard Zeus, what's up?
I'd like to see something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we when we were coming down off the rim, we stopped at it was a structure. It started, tree went down, left the ball root was up, and so now there's a big hole, and somebody or something, put a structure around it, just different branches and stuff. It wasn't that ornate, but it was obviously, built. Don't know, could have been Boy Scouts. No idea. Let me just,
Well, guys, I'm gonna dip out, man. I gotta take my dog outside, and it's been cool talking, man. It's
all right, Joe.
Yeah. It's good to see you, Joe.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Have a good night, Joe.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey, man. Cool.
Take care, man.
Later. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, sorry. I'm sitting
No,
on
you're
this
good.
couch. My
You're
ass
good.
is killing me.
Yeah. Dude, if you're sitting there for that long, I mean, yeah, I don't blame you.
Well, I spend too much time on this couch. Forget this show.
Yeah. Besides the show.
I like
Yeah.
being outside, so here we are.
Right.
It's a great place to be. It's
So
Yeah,
is it still stormy right now?
no,
Like weather-wise?
no.
Oh,
That moved out. It's a
oh,
little
okay.
breezy. Like I said, it's like 72, but yeah, it wasn't terrible. We drove around. There were some limbs down. There is some flooding around in the lower lying areas, but it seems pretty good out there.
Yeah. I wonder if
But
the skunk ape are affected by all that. The skunk ape that are out there.
I'm sure that the weather does come into play a lot.
Yeah. Like if it floods the plains and stuff, where do they go?
Higher ground, but down here
Yeah.
there's not too much higher ground.
Right. It's pretty much flat. What is that channel again? It's Squatching with Barb and Goldie. It's you can look up Barb Shoop and it'll come up.
What did I just do?
Have a good night, Anita.
So time to go. Good night, Anita. Thanks. Feel better. It's always good to see you.
Yeah, she's a cool person.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And she's a good artist.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's got great artwork. Yeah.
I'm just waiting. She'll get back into it. She has side effects from the meds, so she can't draw right now. But
yeah, she's gone through a lot. That's for sure. Yeah, she was at Bumping Lake with me a few years ago on a camp out. It's the last time I saw her there.
oh, right on.
Yeah, she had some real crazy stuff happen. Like she had some things like little things given to her, like that were twisted, and it's just really weird, like little gifts that were given to her while she was there. So I guess they knew that she was around.
That's
so
cool.
Yeah, I hope she has a full recovery and is able to get back out there.
Yeah, she's been through a lot, and she's a fighter, though.
Yeah, for sure.
She'll be back around.
Very strong woman. Yep.
Who else is in here? Guys, I'm just going to keep posting that link in chat. We still got 30 minutes left, thereabouts. If you want to come on and hang out, now's a good time.
Were you still thinking of doing that camping trip, though? You mentioned that like a few days ago. Like
I'm going to
going camping, I guess.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving, we're probably going to go down. So a couple weeks. Same place, the 168 campground where we did that.
Yeah.
Like I said, we were there last year, and it was a little crowded at times.
Is it pretty accessible?
Oh yeah,
like a lot of people go out there. Oh,
well, it was crowded. There's an equestrian part of this, and that's where we stayed, and we were in the same campground, one campsite over from where we were for the 168.
168. Yeah.
There was a part of a rodeo there. Like I don't. It was more like a circus to me, but because if people had seen that week and how many people were there, and it was like a circus, they wouldn't believe that that's where we were doing the 168.
Oh.
It was like night and day.
Right.
Buzzard says, "Welcome to camp at my place anytime." What did he say? He's in
where's
Texas? Northeast Texas. Yeah.
Oh, East Texas. Oh boy.
That's where I
There's a lot of shit goes down there in East Texas. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, you do hear a lot of stories out of that area.
Yeah.
More so than any, like, I think anywhere else in Texas. I don't know about West Texas. I don't know if you ever hear any stories that, you know.
No, I've always ever heard East Texas. That's where a lot of things happen, but nothing anywhere else around there.
And up on the Oklahoma border.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely for sure. Yep.
Because like the LBL, I mean, Brown Springs is right on the Oklahoma Texas border.
Right. Yeah, I've heard. Yep, I've heard things happen there.
Yeah, they get weird shit over there.
I bet, man. From what I've heard.
I was only there for like a day and a half.
Did you have anything happen there?
No,
Oh.
heard something like we heard coyotes go off. I was there with Gary Spike Sr. We heard coyotes go off, but just before they went off, you heard something else that like set them off. And
Right,
it was
like a
so
siren
subtle.
call?
It was so subtle and so. But you heard. I was like, wait, what was that?
Uh-huh.
I was like, dude, was there something? I asked him. I was like, was there something, a noise just before the coyotes went off? He goes, yeah. And he was like, you know, I didn't know what it was. But
Yeah.
that's really the only weird thing. I mean, we walked through the cemetery the next day. There's a cemetery up there, and
Oh.
it was weird because we were camping, and you know, I'm I'm back there with a 16-foot box truck hauling a pop-up camper, and the cops roll up on us.
Oh.
Yeah, we're like standing around, just the two of us standing around a campfire, and you see these headlights coming at us. I'm like, oh, what's this shit? And sure as shit, it's the cops. And like, you know, they're getting all, do you guys know each other? I'm like, yeah, man, we've known each other for years. First time we're meeting, but we've known each other for years, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's some setup you got there. Cause I'm, you know, I got a Penske truck or whatever I rented and, and my pop up.
They must not want people out there, I guess, or they're patrolling it, you think?
Gary says, well, the property is right behind a casino.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lot of property back there, but you get a lot of weird shit that goes on. Crackheads. It's been a body dump. It's been supposed cult activity, you know,
Okay.
chicken sacrifices or whatever they're sacrificing back there.
Right. Right.
There's also it's not that far as the crow flies from where the whole the dude with the tigers, the Tiger King thing, Joe, whatever his name was.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, supposedly his when he went to jail, somebody took over, but tigers got loose.
Oh.
And I don't think they got him back. So there might be tigers out there too.
That's scary.
Gary says he's going to Brown Springs tomorrow.
Oh.
Right on.
Nice.
And then you got the LBL, you know, the Land Between the Lakes. That's supposed to be your big, you know, that's where he had his sighting. And I was there for 8 days. I didn't experience shit.
Yeah.
Like nothing that was, I don't know. I just didn't experience anything.
Yeah. That's just how it is sometimes.
But
yeah. That's just how it is, though. It's just either get something or you don't get something. And
yeah, no, I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't out like I did some hiking and I did some, or we'll put it, some walking. Yeah. And like Barry Browning came up and we took a hike or walk through the woods, you know, just to see what was out there.
Yeah.
Didn't see anything, but then I think it was LBL where like they were up there, Mark and Larry from Sawdust Beast, you know, they were up that way and they found a trackway in the mud.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
A Bigfoot trackway? Was it a Bigfoot trackway? A Bigfoot trackway?
Yeah, that's what they believe. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I heard there's Dogman up there too, supposedly. So I was just
Supposedly.
Yeah.
It was funny because I stopped at the information center, and the woman that was there, I started talking to her, and I said, well, tell me about some of the stuff that goes on up here, or supposed, things like,
the
she's
massacre
like,
that you
well,
heard about.
that was up. Yeah. She's like, I don't show people where this happened, but she pointed it out on a map. So I know where that went down,
Mm-hmm.
that massacre.
With the family.
No. This was something else. These were killings. This wasn't even that. I brought that up, and
Okay.
she kind of like steered me away from that. She tried to, but I was like, and she's, well, there were some killings up here, and she pointed at the map, but I don't think that had anything to do with them. I think they were cult killings, actually.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I forget when that happened though. But it's gorgeous up there. I mean, it's simply gorgeous. We were on the Tennessee Riverside. And I felt like I was in Wisconsin again because I used to live right on the St. Croix, where the St. Croix and the Mississippi River meet. And to see all those barges go up, that was the first time I'd ever seen like those big ass barges going up a river.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I saw it, I was like, what the hell is that? Like, I didn't know what it was. And then I saw them again when we were at the LBL. They go up. And I started talking to this guy who, because I talk to everybody. And he works on one of those boats. So he was telling me, he hasn't been doing it long, but, how cool it is and whatnot. I'm like, oh, wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Gary says, CD Squatcher found a 24-inch track at LBL last spring.
That's pretty big. That's pretty big.
CD Squatcher. It's funny. You see Christina, you don't expect her to be a Squatcher. Like, I met her, I think, at the first Florida conference. And I was just like, I looked at her like, I just don't see you being in the woods, but she gets out there and she does it.
Yeah, that's.
Don't judge a book by its cover, I suppose. What's that?
Huh.
Yeah. She likes wearing long skirts. So she was just, Stevie was just saying, yeah, she gets out there in her long skirts. It's cool.
Nice.
1982, says Jay. Jay is from up that way, the LBL area.
Now, is this the year of a sighting?
No, 82, 19, no, I don't know. Was that when your sighting was, Jay, or was that?
That's the year I was born.
The killing I was talking about.
The killing. Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, she didn't. When I mentioned the dog man thing, and she really didn't like. Well, I don't know about that, but it's kind of
it's weird. Unless we hear about dogman sightings more in the South, and like I've never really heard of any up here in Washington. So if they exist, I mean, I guess they're not as prevalent as the Sasquatch are. I would think there'd be more of them.
I don't recall hearing any stories from up in that that area. I don't know.
Yeah.
You hear like Michigan,
Right. Michigan dogman. Mm-hmm.
Florida.
Yeah, I've heard about them in Texas too. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird that I've never really.
I'm on the fence about that whole dogman thing.
Yeah, I don't know either. I've never seen any evidence of them. I mean, possible evidence. I'm not sure.
Mr. Lee says, Mogs, nobody expect me to be interested in Sasquatch. I will find him, though. I'm just saying.
Mr. Lee's the man to do it.
You ain't going to find him in your neck of the woods, though. What do we got? 50 watching. Right on.
Nice.
The cult killings were in 1982.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard about those before, so that's new.
Yeah, I was surprised. She's like, I don't show people this, but, and she pointed on the map. She goes, it was right up in here. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't go, and I had no reason to go up there and check it out.
Yeah. It doesn't want to make you go up there though, right? Check it out. Like you wouldn't go back up there. Yeah.
No, it was like I didn't see a reason to go. There would be nothing to see. Oh, this is where it happened.
Yeah, right.
You know. Like the whole the dogman killings or whatever. They're like nobody. Some say, "Oh, I know exactly where it is," and others are like, "Nope, that's not where it was. It was over here." It's like, oh, until you guys figure it out and decide, then maybe I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to run around looking for it.
Right. But would you say the LBO is pretty creepy though? I mean, in your opinion,
I didn't find it creepy at all. I just thought it was beautiful. I mean, you have water on both sides and an amazing shoreline with tons of coves and it was just gorgeous. I had probably one of the best camping sites you could have there.
Nice.
Everybody, when I was leaving, people were lined up. Are you leaving? Can we have that site? Oh, I'm sorry. These people already wanted it. So, seeing deer and there's an area up there where they have elk and buffalo, bison.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's fenced off area. There's 2 different areas that they have it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I saw coyotes, running the shoreline, and it was the eagles, and it was just I was just enthralled with the wildlife, seeing what I could see. I mean, it wasn't overrun, but it was cool to see. Some things out there.
Yeah.
Gary says, I did talk her into getting some hiking boots instead of those shoes she usually wears. Christine's about the comfort, CD Squatcher. She's probably in house shoes out there, just romping through the woods.
Flip-flops. I don't know. That's funny. Yeah, I would think at night would be creepy.
Yeah, Stevie said I drove there in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
All by myself. And I was a little creeped out.
For sure.
I don't like driving at night up there just because I don't want a deer to run out in front of my truck.
Right.
I was like, that was my main concern, was having something run out.
Sure. Or something else. Something bigger.
Yeah, one of those bison or those elk that escape in the pen.
Exactly.
I know what you get that. No, I was open for it. I listened every night and just,
Yeah.
But nothing caught my attention. Nothing stood out. No
that's
feelings.
What happens.
So
yeah.
But I had a great time. That's what I was there for, to have a good time and, hang out with some friends and do some fishing and
there you go.
Mission accomplished. It was a good trip.
Yeah, even if you're not out there to look for Bigfoot, I mean, you can enjoy what's out there,
Oh, absolutely.
But you can. So yeah.
But having Bigfoot in the back of my mind, it changes the way you go into the woods.
Right.
Even without having experience, my head's on a swivel when I go in the woods.
Yeah.
I grew up a hunter, and it's a different. I go into the woods differently now. Like as a hunter, I can't explain it. I felt like I was the apex predator, but when you go in there and know that you might not be,
totally
pay
different.
more attention.
Yeah. Well, I ran on my last outing out in the woods. It's hunting season now, and I ran into a hunter, and I asked him, "Have you experienced anything weird in the woods?" And he didn't even, he said, "Oh, I ran into some meth heads and some drug addicts out here." But of course, I didn't want to bring up Bigfoot. I was just trying to see if he would bring it up.
Sure.
I guess that's just something. I guess I wonder how many hunters do have that on the brain though, like about Bigfoot.
Well, I get the same. I've asked hunters too. I when I was working in Sedona, Arizona, I worked for a rental agency. We rented side by sides, and people would come in, and I was the last person they dealt with. They'd pull in after the end of their day, and they'd
right.
They'd get to me, and my first question, "Hey, did you have a good time? Where are you guys from?" But I'm
Mm,
looking to see, okay, is anybody a hunter? Is anybody wearing camouflage? Is anybody, I would just try to get an idea what this person's about before I start asking questions. Because I would ask everybody. I would, oh yeah, you hunt? You spend a lot of time in the woods. Where's this? Oh, you're from Alabama. Oh yeah, you ever see anything odd down there? Some people are like, I've been hunting 40 years and I've never seen anything in the woods, and other people are like,
right.
it's funny you should mention that. Because you never know.
No, you don't. You don't
And
know
I
who.
would
Yeah,
talk to anybody and everybody about it because I was never going to see him again. I don't care what they think about me. That guy's fucking nuts. He believes in Bigfoot. So, whatever.
yeah. But
But
yeah, it always makes me wonder, like, what have people seen out there when they're hunting? So it is. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting thing to ask people, even without you don't even have to say Bigfoot. You can just ask some
anything
kind of
weird.
obscure
No, and
question.
some people are like, well, what do you mean by weird? Like Bigfoot or something? I'm like, well, exactly like Bigfoot,
There you go. Yeah, to say
because
it.
it's anything weird out of the ordinary. You ever heard
Right.
anything? You ever smelt anything, where you just couldn't explain it?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
And it catches people off guard, though. And they're like, well, the hell's this guy getting at?
Exactly.
Who? Murray? I see. I think Murray. There he is. What's up, Murray? Good to see you. Oops.
Murray F.
Who else is in here? Well, I'm glad everybody came to hang out tonight. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, let me get back down here. So, what are your plans? What do you got going on in the near future?
Well, I mean, depending on the weather, I mean, I would love to go back out there and squatch more. I mean, we've had forest fires out here, and I couldn't get out for like days or even almost a week because the smoke was really bad out here, and
Oh wow.
couldn't go in the woods at all. Yeah, we had multiple fires going on, so the whole air was all filled up with smoke, and I even think that might have affected the Bigfoot. They might have been moved around because of it, in my opinion. So then after that, we got this cold weather going on. So I don't know, man. Like I want to get out there as much as I can, but I mean the winter is. I don't know. I feel like the window is very small now for me to go back
Sure.
out there until the
Sure.
springtime. I'd like to, I'd like to go out with Brent again and see if we can go back to that shelter that he wanted to look at. So I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if the Sasquatch are around me right now because of the smoke and in this cold weather right now. I'm not sure. So it's been pretty quiet, I guess. I mean, honestly, it's been pretty quiet squatching wise, but maybe in the spring, maybe I'll pick it up again in the spring. But yeah. Unfortunately,
I
not
want to get
like
out. I'm gonna get more down here. It's just that it's a fucking swamp.
Yeah. Well,
You're looking
yeah,
for one thing,
definitely.
but you got to watch out for everything else.
Right. Yeah, I
Wild
know. You got
hogs,
everything to worry
gators,
about.
snakes. It's
Snakes.
it's
You got those cats there, those big cats too.
yeah, it's weird. It's just I'm not used to being on a little lower on the food chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you have in Arizona? I mean, to worry about, not much, right? I mean, animal wise.
No, there's mountain lions out there, and but
Okay.
I never worried about them.
Yeah. It's like once you get to Florida, you got everything to worry about.
Well, because there's water involved and a lot of shit you can't see before it attacks you. Gator
Right.
popping up out of the water, coming
You're
up the
stepping
bank.
on something. Yeah.
No thanks. I don't. I know pigs can do damage. Like
Yeah. Right.
I don't want to experience. I've the 168. We saw them in the woods.
Oh.
Pigs. But they
Yeah.
were small. But they get bigger.
Oh yeah, they do. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I legally I can't carry a gun. I have a felony. So I go out there with fireworks. Like I'll keep a Roman candle or two, miniature Roman candle in my pocket, and little M80s just to make noise. Pack of firecrackers just to make noise.
Yeah. That should
It's got
scare something.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Well, if I were to, if I see a pig that's going to be a threat, I'm going up a tree for one, and then to
Yeah.
get rid of it, I'm dropping fireworks.
There you
You
And you can take the pig home after you.
know.
If you kill it with fireworks, it's basically barbecued right there, and you can just take it home. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be very intimidated to go squatching in the swamps out there. I mean, yeah, I'm afraid to walk on something that could bite
Yeah,
and
it's
kill you.
just it's a different world.
Yeah,
It's not like being in the woods in Washington. You're in a
yeah,
swamp you're in a swamp.
yeah, right.
And now, with all these different snakes that are down here with pythons and all this other crap, it's like, is it worth it?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like maybe I'll just go up to Georgia and look around there.
Just go somewhere else to squatch. Just keep fishing in Florida, and then other stuff. Just go somewhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah, go back to LBL or something.
because the fishing down here is just phenomenal.
Yeah,
Be it freshwater or saltwater. You're hour either way. I'm in saltwater. I go east, I'm in salt. I go west, I'm in salt. Or I stay here and I'm in fresh.
yeah,
And if you look on a map of Orlando and just all around it, there's lakes everywhere.
mhm.
Everywhere. I feel like I'm in Minnesota, for God's sakes. Land of 1,000 lakes.
Yeah, they should have a name for those lakes in Florida.
Donald Fuller, take care. He says he's passing out.
Have a good night, Donald.
Get some sleep, man.
Yeah, seriously. It's like 8:00 here.
Oh, that's a true thing. Moog's road flares work great too.
Yeah, I was thinking of flares when you mentioned fireworks. I was thinking maybe you could use a flare as well.
I want to create noise. I don't want to set the woods on fire.
You set them on fire. Yeah, true.
And I saw, like when what's his name used a road flare. It wasn't pretty. Todd Standing.
Oh yeah, right, in his videos, right? Yeah, when he's like, get out of here. Yeah. I remember
No,
that
I'll
too.
just. I have little M80s. They look like I haven't even lit one off yet. I think I brought them with me. Otherwise, I mean, I'm in Florida. I can just go buy them.
There you go.
But yeah, it was just something as a deterrent.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
A pack of firecrackers, I'm sure, would send a pig running.
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think so.
Muzzle loader?
Question and answer, Mogs. You can carry a muzzle loader even with your felony. I don't believe so, dude. It's a firearm, and they don't even like. They're even like. They changed the definition. To me, a firearm is gunpowder. They're some places are saying compressed gas or projectile through gases or what. It's like you can't even carry a fucking BB gun.
Right.
You can't use a BB gun or something. It's like it depends from state to state what the definition of a firearm is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a muzzle loader would be. That's a firearm.
I would think so. Yeah.
So I don't believe I could even do that. I mean, I have a bow, but I'm not going to go carry my bow in the woods looking for, shit. If I'm in the woods, I usually have 2 knives on me, and that's it. And the deterrent, like firecrackers and,
Yeah. As long as you got a weapon on you of some sort, I think that's, yeah. I would definitely have a machete though for Florida. I mean, getting through all that crap, man.
That's the one thing I don't have is a machete.
Yeah.
And I want to get one, but I want to get, I'll make if it comes with a sheath, I want it to so where it could fit on my back and just easy accessible. I don't care if it drops out the bottom or
Right.
Paramedics is Mo's going to go David and Goliath on them. Well, no, I'm not going to start, chucking stones, but
Yeah.
because they could throw them back harder. Do a Jackson Pollock. I'm reading a fecal Jackson Pollock.
Fecal Jackson Pollock.
Meaning you're going to shit
Oh,
yourself.
would you shit yourself? I got him. I got you.
Took me a minute too.
I thought Donald went to bed.
Yeah, what did he say? Mogs, you'd be all right in Vermont. You can carry primitive firearms night again. Well, if I was in Vermont, that'd be different.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you would have to look up what fire, like what state would allow you to, what kind of firearms would they allow you to have? I guess, like. What
Well, like
Florida
I had a pistol that was a BB gun. It was like one crank, but I could shoot darts out of it.
Oh,
So we all you set up a dartboard. You can have everybody gets different darts. You play darts, with a. But I didn't take it with me. I didn't want to travel with it cross country, so I left it to my nephew.
Hmm.
It was like shit like that. I'm like, well, I can't use them.
Yeah. Do you have a bow?
I do.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
I've had this bow for over 30 years.
Damn. Nice.
Papa Craig, he came out to Arizona and we did some shooting. I brought a target out. I knew he was going to bring a bow. So I brought my compound, a recurve, and then Papa had his. We never shot the recurve. Because I wanted to teach Stevie here how to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
But Papa's a good shot. He uses sights and everything. I'm a natural shooter, so I don't even bother with sights. Nice. So I hadn't shot that thing in ages, and I put it 3 inches away from the center and walked away. I said, "Oh, I'm done." Papa was like, "Oh shit,"
That's awesome.
Let's see if Buzzard's got a good connection tonight. What's up, Buzzard? You there?
Hey, man.
What's happening?
Gotta turn you off.
You got to turn off YouTube.
I did the same thing.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear us?
Did he freeze?
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that sucks.
He has a bad connection. He had trouble getting on the other day too. Kind of sucked. Because he's funny as hell. Hey, Buzzard, try something different. Go down to the bottom if you can still hear me and turn your camera off and just come on with audio.
With sound, yeah.
You're not that pretty anyway. There you go. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
How's that?
I can hear you.
I can hear.
There you go.
That's perfect.
Man.
Damn cameras. Well,
this sucks big green donkeys.
No, but we can hear you though.
Hey, man, I'm doing everything I can on this end.
Yeah, no,
you
come in broken up a little bit, but so what's going on by you, Buzzard?
Oh man, I want to get in there and spill my guts, Been holding this in for 40 years, and by God, this time.
Really?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Well, I was supposed to go on Carrie's show and tell my encounters, my experience, and like now, my internet won't let me do it. And if
Okay.
there's anybody out there that's smarter than me that can help me, point me in the right direction to either get some equipment or whatever to make this thing work.
Well, right now we
Hello?
can hear you really well, so
Yeah.
you sound
Oh,
good.
you can? Well,
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you for sure.
that's the main thing, I guess. Well, dang, man. I don't know what to say now, other than, some things I can't talk about. But
So what was your
I wish y'all
what
would
was
come
your
back.
experience?
Oops.
Well, and let's see, 1983, when I was in Fort Ord, California, I had this is a freak deal all in itself. And I was just a regular Army soldier, man, nothing much, ADA, aircraft, air defense artillery, whatever. But I had thought about this for years, figuring out how in the hell they picked me. And the only thing I can come back to is when after I got there, we all went to zero in our rifles, and I beat everybody in a
We just lost you.
No.
I know, right?
Damn.
So we know he's a good shot. Come on, Buzzard. You got to come back.
I can't tell if you can hear me or not.
Okay, now
So
you're
still
back.
there. Okay.
Now you're back.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So you got
Okay, I'm back.
the last thing we heard was you did better than everybody on the shooting range.
All right. Well, the captain, he was a pretty good shot. He got down really with me and him, and he said if I could outshoot him, this next round, I'd get a 3-day pass. Well, I beat him. All right. Well, all right. Back to the morning. What I'm talking about. Man, I hunted. Hell, I was in the wood at 8 years old killing squirrels. In fact, my first squirrel I killed, grabbed him. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, out there in Fort Ord, I got called in out of formation one morning to go in there and see the first sergeant. And of course I did. And the captain was in there, and they said, we're going to release you to these 2 men here, and you go with them, help them out, whatever. So, okay. And first thing I noticed is they had them jump boots on. But, only airborne are supposed to have jump boots. Anyway, we went down to the armory, got my gun, weapon, and M203 with.
Oh, lost him again. So where are we at? M203 with. Oh, come on. And that's another thing. While we're waiting for Buzzard to come back on, Stevie, thanks for pointing that out. Tomorrow is Veterans Day.
Yep.
So please, thank a veteran.
Oh.
And you there, Buzzard?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, there you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Again.
So you went to the armory and got your M203.
All right. Well, you want me to continue on or just sit over here and look stupid? I can do that good.
No, keep going, man.
Don't tease us.
But you can't see me anyway. That's a better thing.
We can hear you though.
Okay. Well, I got in a van with these 2 guys, man. And Fort Ord ain't very big, but anyway, we went across there and went to another, I can't remember, headquarters building, whatever. And got
Damn it. This is killing me.
I went in there. And
Oh, it's cutting out now.
I went in there and put them on. Come back out. and they was waiting on me. And we went back out in the van. Here's where it gets kind of good. I mean, it wasn't for me at the time, but okay. All right.
What did you put on?
My BDUs, battle dress uniform.
Okay.
Yeah, my BDUs is what they call it. Your wave gear and ammo pouches and hello, are you there?
So
proceed.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
All right, and what I did and walked back out, and they was waiting on me. And they come on, and I noticed they had a driver in the van, and another driver in the van. And it was just us three getting in it, and went across base. There's the airport, man, and there was the UH-1 here. Ready to go. We pulled. I was like, "Damn, man, what's the blades there in this van?" But anyway, jumped out and got on it. And I didn't get in there, and I didn't even get inside the cab. And man, that pilot done took off. And I'm like, "What the hell, man? Goddamn, I ain't even got a." Practically rode on the skids, but I was wondering what the damn big hurry was. Well, and these other guys ain't said nothing to me other than what to do, put my shit on. But now I rode all over California, and I know east, west, south, and directions. Well, as a helicopter lift up, going north. And I seen Santa Cruz, and I knew that we flew over, not over, but through San Francisco, and probably about 45-minute hour flight. And next thing I know, helicopters were turning, and we ended up landing in a field, a hay field. And on the next to it, man, there was a big old barn, and I noticed a deuce and a half.
Killing me. We're gonna have to rewind them.
Yeah.
Man. Well,
Buzzard, let me stop.
I'd like to tell it one day. I ain't said hello. Do what?
We can hear you now. Buzzard, you keep cutting out, unfortunately. Like you're
okay.
We heard that you.
Well, I'm sorry, man.
You said there was a barn with a deuce and a half when you got there, and that's where
we landed in this field. All right, and got off, and of course it was us three and one other guy. He was already on the helicopter. But anyway, we walked into the barn, and of course my eyes had to adjust from, and it was pretty dark in that barn. It's an old barn, probably leaked, whatever. But when my eyes kind of adjusted, I noticed a big screen there, and a guy sitting at the table in front of it, and 3 or 4 other people standing around there. But they had 6 chairs next to the wall there on the right when I walked in. Of course, I seen them other guys sit down, and they pointed to sit down in the chair. And this fella got up and introduced himself as Lieutenant Colonel. I go, ooh. Now, I'm a buck-ass private now. Well, I was E4 when I got there. And I come in the service E1 and went out of the service E1. I'll put it that way. Anyway. Well, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, you're good.
Yes, we can.
Okay, well, all right, man. So this Lieutenant Colonel introduced himself, and he kind of gave us a briefing and said that, look here, we got 2 teams up here on this mountain. On this farmer, and there's an old man there, the old farmer. And he said, it's on his land. And they said, we are Squad A, had been tracking this family of Bigfoot for 3-4 days, something along there. And got them in, they walked into this cave up here on this mountain, this hill. And this is Sierras, you know. And I'm going, man, this is bullshit. I kind of, you know, I ain't never thought about Bigfoot fucking life, man. But anyway, well, man, if this is a joke, you're going to pretty good, you know, a lot of shit to fucking put a joke on me. And, well, anyway, man, he said, we got another squad up there that this farmer got up there and introduced this farmer and said, look, man, that entrance that they went in, he said, there's 2 more exits. There's 2 more openings to that cave. So what they had done is got 2 teams up there to cover the first opening, I guess, cave entrance. And Squad B was to cover the other one. And our mission was to go up there and cover that hole. And if they come out, we'll watch to eliminate them. That was the main thing there. Because I don't know how the government knows this, but they know it. They've been knowing it, man. But I don't want to lose myself here, but yeah, our mission was to go up there and cover that hole. Well, I'm thinking, wow, man, I don't even know these cats or nothing, man. Well, anyway, we got ammo and 250 rounds, and I think I had 3 or 4 in 203, whatever. But the plan was that when we got up there and everybody got situated, and then he says it ain't far, that of course covering a hole. When everybody get up there, and when we got up there, they're waiting on us. We was going to have a guy run up there and throw a CS canister, and you know, 2, I think 2. Yeah, throw 2 CS canisters, and of course get back and cover the entrance or exit. Well, I want to say, man, I don't know how I got picked for this or whatever, man. But the dude on the squad leader, man, we got on that deuce and a half. Everybody got a headset. Told what channels on. Had 2 channels, one for battalion and one for our squad. And I ain't never had none. I thought, man, this is cool. I'm talk to him, you know. Anyway, my mission was. Well, hold on, let me back up. When we took off and he handed out the headset, he looked at me and he said, man, I don't know you from shit. And he said, the only reason I'm here as the member of their team on the way to the Fort Ord that morning, got in the car wreck. And we needed somebody right now. And we was the first, as you pull on the Fort Ord and take a left, go by the movie theater, we were the first barracks there. So I think they didn't go in detail about it, but we was on the way, and he was saying the only reason why you're here is because our buddy, man, got in bad vehicle wreck, and we need somebody to get you sitting here. And he said, Joe, main job for this. He says, you know, keep the space, but you're gonna be the last man. And he says, you're gonna cover our ass. Anything. I said, you know, and it was told before we left the barn that if we run up on anybody, man, we're looking for a rabid cougar or something, or bear. That was our whatever.
Your MO.
Did you lose me?
No, we're listening.
Yeah.
Intently.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it ain't really much of a story, but they took us and took us to the base of the mountain. There was no logging road. It ain't been used in quite a while, man. I was wondering about that deuce and a half that took us, man. Coming back, some of them that bent over was gonna stab that radiator, you know. But anyway, got let off, and we took. He said it was straight up the hill, man. And but the second squad had somebody to meet us to take us up there. But I'm the last man on the pole. And thank God I didn't see nothing, man, you know, because I was told, other than human, man, to eliminate. But anyway, we finally got up there, settled in. I couldn't see the hole where I was positioned, but there was a little ledge there that was blocking my view. I'm downhill looking up, but they told me where it was, and okay, cool, man. But my main purpose was to cover the rear. So they went up there and threw the CS in the cave hole,
So let's
and come back, and man, it wasn't long.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Just tell everybody what a CS is, and I'm assuming it's a smoke grenade or something to flush them out. Right?
Oh, it's a chemical, man. It burns your skin. It burns your eyes, and let me tell you, man, it'll make you choke on your own bodily fluids. Snot.
Oh,
I seen guys, man, hanging down to the knees, a big, long, anybody that's been in the service in the basics, they got to go through CS, gas chamber. But it'll make you get some yonder if you ever get a wolf of it. One wolf is all you need. Anyhow, got up and got set in. Yeah. I don't know if tear gas and CS are the same thing, honestly. But
I just wanted to let people know what exactly that was. So,
yeah,
thank you.
It's a bad chemical, man. You don't want them. You don't want it. Well, everybody got settled, man, and CS is going. I couldn't see it, but in a cave, there's always an airway in and out. I mean, you can ask anybody. There's generally that air. Well, that CS from they ought to be feeling it. But it wasn't very long. I'd say 45 seconds, a minute or so. But the other side of the mountain, they lit up, man. I mean, it was automatic fire for 20 seconds, man. I was like, damn, and it wasn't just a bit, and then they quit, and it wasn't just a little bit, man. Squad B fired up, and of course I'm looking at this area around the hole, man, waiting for something to happen. Well, it never happened, and we got from squad, they're all clear, and well, everybody started gathering up toward squad B, man, and of course I'm following through, and I'm still keeping the rear, but I want to see what the fuck, and we'll get up there, and I'm downhill from them, and there's a whole shit, man, 2 squads, dudes standing there, and I wanted to get up there and see, but the only thing I could see was through their legs. If you can dig what I'm saying, but
yeah,
I was going to try to ease up there and get a full fledged, but at the angle I was, the only thing or way I could see was through the leg, man. And I didn't see nothing but a big brown. It looked like a bear, is what I first thought. And well, come to find out, it was the right side. The thing was laying on its left side, and that's what I seen. I never seen an arm. I don't know, but I just seen something big, and it was in between thigh and waist high, I'd say. Anyway, then the squad leader got a call, man, and I guess he was told to get my ass back. I'm done, and that's what he told me. And they, escorted me down. About 30-minute walk. And there was a Jeep waiting on me when I got down there. Well, he took me at the end of the logging road from where it ran into the county road and set me up as a guard, road guard. And this is getting about 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. I was getting hungry. I didn't eat dinner or nothing. But we didn't. But I stood there. Man, I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy. And I ain't said nothing about this for almost 40 years. I think it is 40, or whatever, 1983. And I got caught now. I'm talking too much.
No, man, you don't. Nobody here thinks you're crazy. That's for sure.
Nope.
Well, I've been said it was, but that's on different matters. But anyhow, yeah, man. At that point, I didn't know if it was Bigfoot or not because I couldn't put a 100% on it, man. But
you had a good idea.
Yeah.
I think we lost him again.
Oh.
I want to know what the debriefing was like.
Yeah. Seriously.
You saw a bear.
Bear, right? That they always say that you saw a bear, and you didn't see a Bigfoot. You saw a bear. You killed a bear with CS.
No, the whole. I wonder if they did the whole. If you talk about this, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yep.
Will ruin your life.
Ruin your life. Yep.
Jeff says buzzard is my kind of crazy.
I'm curious how much of it he saw, because he said he saw like it laying on its side. I wonder if it was facing him or facing away from him, or what kind of detail he was able to see, if any.
Oh, he just said he saw an arm. Well, he just dropped.
Yeah, I thought he said an arm. I wasn't.
I don't know.
I was just curious, like what other details he was able to see. Huh.
See, it sucks that he could only see it through their feet, looking through your legs.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what is that? What is that?
Yeah, you only see like a little bit of something. Yeah, that's true. You don't get to see very much of it.
Because literally in that bunch, he was the low man on the totem pole.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not like he's going to walk up and just kind of, oh, let me in. Let me see.
Yeah, right.
Mike Hunt, what's up? He says, Brenton Sawin has some great Army Bigfoot stories. I miss him.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah, I remember that guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch some of his stuff.
Bat Mom just had an epiphany. Oh my God, it's Kaiju.
Yeah, yes, it is indeed. Yes. The one and only. Now, that was a hell of a story.
I guess we're not gonna
that was a hell of a
hear
story.
the rest, but
I've always like to hear the Army stuff,
the
Army encounters. Oh,
You
hey, he's
there?
back. Nice.
hey,
Are you there?
can you hear me now?
we can hear you. So they put you on guard duty. What happened after that?
Well, I stayed there and was told nobody, unless they, military, not even the police, I would stop them, whatever. But thank God nobody came. Well, they got me about an hour and a half later, getting pushing dark, and took me back to that barn. And of course, I didn't shoot around, thank God, and turned my ammo in oh yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's been a while, man.
No worries, man.
While I was guarding that road entrance, man, a old boy bringing a front end loader, and I thought, what the hell, man? Yeah, I thought, what the hell? That goddamn, that loader ain't getting up that mountain. So I figured all them boys had to tote whatever they killed up there down, whatever have you. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, man, I hope somebody can back up because there ain't no place for him to turn around. But anyway, back the whole point of saying that. Well, the last vehicle coming in behind that low boy was one of them Chevys, Blazers. And I'm talking, it was black, plumb, even the rim blacked out. Couldn't see in there. I thought, man, they're gonna get in trouble, But you can't say, the tentness rule or whatever. But I thought that was odd because there was two guys, the men in black. That's what killed me. They didn't have no trench coat on or nothing, but they had short flight jackets on, baseball caps, and them damn sunglasses. I thought, what the fuck is this motherfucker got them on in here? I can't hardly see as it is. You know? Well, yeah, that kind of stuck out to me, man. And my personal belief, I think they're aliens. I don't give a damn what they say, man. I do. And I don't know, man.
Oh shit.
That was me. That
Oh.
was me. That was my bad. Sorry, man.
Man, am I back or not?
No,
Yeah,
you're
Damn,
back.
I hate you.
Yeah.
So I ain't used to all this, but anyway, I turned my ammo in and everything, and the lieutenant says, "Don't run off." Of course, turned around, went over and sat down. And it wasn't but just a little bit. Here come that lieutenant colonel, and two guys following him. That's what man. He's like up everybody's ass. Well, sorry, I think. Oh, yeah, they was right behind him and looking at me through them damn sunglasses. So I was going, man, I want to go up there and knock them off. Damn, man. Anyway, the lieutenant said, "This day never happened. You never was here. And anybody ask you his own potato peeling detail in the KP something." I said, "All right, man." And he says, "You are not. I'll never forget. You are not. Say nothing about this. And one word out of this from you." And he said, "You and your family would wreak." Oh my God, what was the word? Oh my God. Said I knew. I don't remember. Anyway, there would something happen to us, man, and it wouldn't be good. Damn, I was right. He said it in one word, man. And I ain't said nothing to nobody about this since it happened. I was told not to, But, what family I got left, I love them, But anyhow, I'm pushing 60, and I ain't.
Lost him again.
Still there, bud?
There's a lot of detail. I hope so. I don't know.
You're there.
You're there, yeah.
Well,
What about detail?
Do what, man? Say again,
You
Mark.
said there's a lot of detail.
Yeah, I was kind of, it ain't easy to talk about. I don't care what you say. I train my mouth to keep shut.
We definitely appreciate you.
Never happened.
You are talking about it, and I'm glad you're getting this off your chest.
Yeah, for sure.
It does kind of feel kind of good. I ain't lying. I mean, but the government knows about this shit, man, for a long time. I think
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, and they're not of this world. I believe. Well, I'm gonna give you two stones at once, man. 4 years ago. Now I live in the country, man. About 25 miles from Jefferson. They just had the Bigfoot conference over there, but hell, it costs money now, and that's something I ain't got much of, thanks to Biden. But anyway, excuse me. Oh,
good.
I can't stand it. I know it. Now's a good time to be breaking up on me because I'm about to go off. Democrats, anyway. Well, I don't want to piss nobody off, by God. There's a lot of dumbass people that never mind. Excuse me. Anyway, they can't see oh my God. Anyway, my old country ass can see what they're doing, but anyhow, motherfuckers. I had man, 30 acres here on the dead end dirt road on the left, by God. And there ain't nothing but woods from here to Oklahoma behind my backyard. You know, might cross a road or two, but anyhow, man, I got a bike shop. I work on Harleys. Well, during the summer months, I work at night because it's a whole lot more cooler. I'm telling you now. All I can see is Mog's face, and he's laughing. By God, I wish I had the teeth he did. Well, I just steak killing some. Well, what do you mean? I have a lot of catch-up to do, but anyway, girl says, bite me on the ass. I says, I can't, but I'll gum the hell out of it. Anyway. Y'all there?
Yeah, no, we're listening, man.
This, man. Like I'm the only one here talking to myself, which, you know, I do quite often, I imagine.
You're not the only one.
But
No.
since I quit,
Just giving you your time to tell your story.
Yep.
What? What about my time and space? Man, I'm just a matter of occupying space, man. Oh, man. Man, you got to have a sense of humor nowadays.
Continue with your story.
Well, I hate repeating myself, but where do I start? Where did I leave off?
You said something about 4 years ago.
Those pictures of Oh, 4 years ago, man. Like I say, I'm a night owl. And it's hard to get to buy that one. Anyway, so I stay up there. Well, 4 years ago, man. Now, I've been for 20-some years. And 4 years ago, I was going down to my shop at night, about 11:30. I had to get something. Got my little PT Cruiser, you know, cranked it up. And pulled down there. My headlights are shining to the woods. And
No.
Damn.
I don't swear this was planned. Gets to the best part and just cuts out.
Buzzard, if you can hear us, you cut out right after you talk about your headlights. So,
Yeah, headlights shine into the woods.
So we can't hear what happened after that. So when you come back, oh, there you are.
We hear you.
Damn.
We hear you now.
I'm trying. I'm running to get back. Oh, this is horse shit. Mog, I like that picture though. You're frozen there, man. You're.
Oh, we're freezing on his end.
Oh, okay.
Bat Mom says, grab some foil and put your arms towards the sky. Maybe the TV will get some reception.
Yeah.
Man, maybe if I move my phone, because I covered the phone. Oh, damn.
Buzzard, you're coming in really, really broken up.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just coming in really broken up, though.
Yeah.
Last thing we heard is your
headlights
are shining. Your headlights are shining into the woods.
Probably not. Did that help any?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear you right now.
Who am I? Am I here? What's my name? Somebody touch me. Where's the light? Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes, we can hear you right now.
What's your mama's name? What's your mama look like? Better leave that mama alone. All right. You,
Oh my goodness.
man, I wish I. It's okay, man. Grab yourself. Breathe. So I tell them girls.
Oh,
Oh, first of all, you got to good. Shut up.
so what did you see in the woods
Okay.
when you were in
Damn,
your
that's
car?
split personality. Man, what?
He's just having a conversation with himself. Oh shit, he's killing me. Well,
Well,
guys,
if you went on Bigfoot Odyssey with this, you would have the same issue, right? Probably.
it doesn't. It's not my end. It's
Yeah, right.
his
It's his
signal. It
end.
doesn't matter who we went on with.
Yeah. So you'd be having the same trouble if he was on another.
No matter where he was. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we got to hear most of his story.
Yeah, I mean, I mean,
That's the one story. That's pretty
was a hell of a
fascinating.
story, and you were right, like in terms of what they were going to tell him, or what what they had to say to him.
People.
What's up, Buzzard?
Man, I'm sorry. You don't come in no better.
It's not your fault,
It's
dude.
not your fault, man. It's technology. This is how technology is.
Oh, you heard that? Oh, well,
Yeah, we were listening.
Yeah.
Man, I hope I ain't said nothing to piss anybody off or disrespect.
No, you're gonna piss people off here by not
that's
saying
not
enough.
my intention.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you're good, man.
If I'm coming in as bad as you are to me, man, you ain't understanding nothing. But I hope.
Buzzard, can you tell us what you saw in the headlights when you come back? I just want to know what he saw.
Oh, so is everybody else.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can figure out a way. And Jess brought it up. Maybe we can get him some Wi-Fi somehow.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, guys, I want to hear the end of this story, but I don't know
me
if that's
too.
going to happen tonight.
Be for another show, I guess.
Yeah, you know, Buzzard, I am going to put you backstage, and we'll.
I'll go into the chat room sometimes, and it's hell when you have to go into a chat room and talk to yourself. I mean, hello. Well, I'm going to get out of here, man. This ain't working.
No, it worked. It worked enough, and thank you so much.
I don't know when to talk and when not.
Yeah, well, thank you for your service, Buzzard.
That too, yes.
Thank you for your service, and thank you for sharing your story.
I want the service to get out of town. Omaha, Texas, right? But yeah, and the recruiter had to fucking come bail me out of jail to get on the bus to go to the place in Dallas. But anyway, no problem, man. Thank God, man. I served with the 1st and 7th Infantry Divisions, and I'm so glad I've never seen combat. But I thought what it was, sat on Brian Main Frankfurt Airport runway for 3 days in the C-130 waiting to take off when the Falklands broke out. But thank God, man. Thank God.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah, man.
Well, again, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Buzzard.
We'll talk to you soon, all right?
Say again?
I said we'll talk to you soon. We'll finish this story another time.
We definitely want to hear more of the story.
Sorry, it don't work, man.
Don't apologize. It's all good.
Not your fault.
All right.
It's all good, dude.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, man. Y'all be sanitary.
We'll try.
All right. Good
All right,
night.
have a good night, Buzzard. Take care.
That was a good story.
Yeah.
It's, he carried that for 40 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's tough to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, he felt pressured into doing it. He was, and now he's like, I'm 60 years old. My family basically can take care of themselves.
Right. Yeah.
You're on
once
your
they
own,
reach
people.
a certain
Tell 'em a
age and
story.
point. Right. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm glad he shared
I'm glad
that.
he was able to share it. Yeah, that's great.
So now, next time, we got to start at Headlights in the Woods.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he's got a bunch of stories, man, because I'm sure those guys experienced a lot. So, in terms of Bigfoot stuff. So, yeah.
Well, Tristan, I'm going to call it a night.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming to hang out.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, always. Yeah, it's great to talk with you, and I was glad I was able to participate in this. This was great. So
Yeah, no, I'm thrilled.
yeah, me too, man.
Well, don't
Well,
be
have
a
a good one,
stranger.
Muggs.
You know where I'm at.
Yeah,
Tuesdays
man.
and Thursdays.
Sounds good. I mean, if I'm not on here, I'll be in chat. So
Right on.
with everybody else.
All
All
right,
right,
brother.
Muggs. Have a good night, man. Take
You
it
too.
easy.
Thanks again.
Yep.
Wow. So Buzzard was part of a cover up. Wow. I mean, really. That was a good story, Buzzard. If you guys didn't hear it and you want to suffer through it again, as far as just the cutting in and out, rewatch this. It's a good story, Buzzard. Thank you so much. And it's makes you wonder. The damn government knows about this. People question that. Do you think that they? Of course they know. Of course they know. It shouldn't even be a question. But anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. I hope you had a good night. I hope you enjoyed it tonight, and we were able to entertain you guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button below, and if you're new, subscribe, and also share. And let's get this show out there. Let's get more people in around here and see some new faces, new stories. So, like I said, Buzzard, let's see what we can do if we can figure out a way to get you some decent internet. We might be able to do something about that. We'll see. But in the meantime, guys, thanks again. You guys have an amazing weekend. I will see you on Tuesday. And as I say it all the time, I'll probably see you before then. All right, guys. Thanks again. God bless you guys. And to all the veterans out there, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Peace and God bless.